You're gonna get used to wearing them chains after a while, Luke. Don't you never stop listening to them clinking. Because they're gonna remind you of what I've been saying. For your own good.
I wish you'd stop being so good to me, Captain.
Don't you ever talk that way to me. Never! Never! What we've got here is failure to communicate. Some men you just can't reach. So you get what we had here last week, which is the way he wants it. Well, he gets it. I don't like it any more than you, man.
Breaking rocks out here on the chain gang. Breaking rocks and serving my time. Breaking rocks out here on the chain gang. Cause I've been convicted of crime. I hold it steady right there while I hit it. Well, I reckon that ought to get it. Been working, working, but I still got so terribly far to go. I committed crime, Lord, I need crime of being hungry and poor. I left the grocery store, man, breathing when he caught me robbing his store. Hold it steady right there while I hit it. Well, I reckon that ought to get it. Been working, working, but I still got so terribly far to go. Sweet honey baby, gonna break this chain off the rung. I'm gonna lay down somewhere shady. Lord, it sure is hot in the sun. Hold it steady right there while I hit it. Well, I reckon that ought to get it. Been working, working, but I still got so terribly far to go. Breaking rocks out here on the chain gang. Oh, I've been working and working, but I still got so terribly far to go.
Nina Simone. I think this week is a salute to Nina Simone. You know why, Fezzy?
Why is that?
She's the only person who understands. She's the only person who understands how I feel. All right, it is the Ron and Fez show. I'm going to give out the phone number right now in case you'd like to call us. 866-RON-0-FEZ. 866-RON-0-FEZ. My name's Ron Bennington. There's Fez Whatley.
Hiya, buddies.
We do a show that we like to call the Ron and Fez show, but it's not necessarily in that order. It could have just as easily been the Fez and Ron show, except for I would have quit. All right, Fezzy, as we get into this, today I want to say, on my way in here, very quickly, two big celebrity sightings. Number one, and it was a situation, because he's from the Situation Room.
Oh, okay.
A very well-coiffed Wolf Blitzer.
Very nice. The beard is coiffed as the hair.
Everything is just perfect about him. And that's the difference between TV guys and radio guys. We look like animals. You're sitting there with a very, very bad haircut today.
It's my mohawk of shame.
It's a mohawk, but it's curly and it's flopped to one side.
It's kind of like a sad Free Willy dorsal fin.
Well, yeah, when a killer whale's dorsal fin flops to one side, it means it's very, very sad.
Yeah, I can only get it up so high, and then it falls over on me.
Yeah.
Wolf Blitzer never has that problem.
Wolf Blitzer looked perfect. Wolf Blitzer, Fezzy, looked like a sunbeam, like a gray sunbeam. He was just, everything about him was spectacular. And then also, I heard my name being shouted, and I hear there's Ron Bennington. Hey, look, everybody, it's Ron Bennington. And in the East Side traffic jam, Anthony was yelling and trying to draw attention to me and attempting to embarrass me in front of the hard hats. So I had to say to them, what the fuck's with that guy? Hey, everything's crazy in New York, huh?
Nice cover.
And I wanted to ask him, I didn't want to put him on the spot, but I wanted to ask him how come I haven't been invited back on as an expert guest on the O&A show.
One day last week, that was it.
Maybe I'm someone to mock in public and try to point out to a crowd of hard hats. But that is what it's all about right now. So that's my two big celebrity sightings.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Wolf Blitzer, little guy?
Taller than you, but
Oh, really?
Not a monster guy. I'd say he's about 5'3", 5'4".
I am taller than that. I am close to being taller than that.
I don't think you are. Well, you know what? If you got the dorsal to go straight up, I have never seen a gray curly mohawk before, but it's kind of interesting.
Yeah. So, and with Notre Dame losing, that's why I had the mohawk from last week, losing to Michigan.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
I forget why you do things.
And then another loss. So I reshaved the sides, put the mohawk back up again, and we'll go another week until Notre Dame wins.
Well, you know nothing about football, nor does your little buddy East Side Dave. But I'll tell you the man who does, and that's Mr. Perfect. Mr. Perfect, you've done it again, my friend.
As usual, I'm always as perfect as can be. It's a perfect day. Once again, I never thought I would say this, but go Cox. Go Gamecocks.
You're always yelling go Cox into your ass. Mr. Perfect pulled it out. And Fezzy, he has to sit around and listen to the naysayers on this show, calling them foolish. This is so much like the movie Let It Ride. All you motherfuckers could get on this. He's inviting you on for free, and yet you walk away from him like loony.
There's professional jealousy, and we hope to see Mr. Perfect fail.
There is something about gambling where before you can't make it out, but if you look at the Monday scores today, the Sunday games in pro football, it all looks obvious. Every single thing, it felt like you should have won every bet. But, Mr. Perfect, you're the only one that can see out there in advance. And I just want to say something to the ham and eggers on the websites who, A, don't understand gambling, and B, are just anti-Earl. Do not try to take this away from him because the fucking Cox won outright. Or some of you other stupids who act like, yeah, who can't pick that? It's the easiest thing in the world to pick an underdog. You're out of your fucking stupid strap-hanging minds. Nothing is more difficult than having a win streak. And the guy has one. And yet these pricks, Fuzzy, they attack him.
Earl took South Carolina, getting 16.5 points as the Dogs. LSU can't cover. They only win by 12.
You know what I would like to see on all the different websites? When people start to act like gambling is easy or Earl didn't get it, not following along in the basic way that gambling, that person should be banned from that message board. I don't care if it's Whackbag, Spread the Iris, RonFez.net. Doesn't matter to me. Anyone's so stupid to not understand how a point spread works, not only should they be banned from the website, but their computer should be confiscated.
Wow, don't you think that's a little extreme?
No. I just don't want to ever hear that again. It drives me crazy. Everyone, and Earl, you've made me so much money, and that's why you're still here with us. You're the worst producer ever, and yet you can pick winners. Dan, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, what's happening, Ron and Fez?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just want to know, man. I see it all the time, a ham and egger. What the hell is that?
You don't know what a ham and egger is because you are one, my friend.
Oh, my God.
Actually, it's a carny/wrestling term that we got from Bobby the Brain Heenan. And when it used to be is like when they would put you in the ring and have you take on the pro, when you would lose, Fezzy, and not win the $5 gold coin or whatever, they would always give you a nice little meal of ham and eggs. So a ham and egger is basically a mark/jobber.
Yeah, there are days when I would have liked the consolation prize.
You should leave here every day and have a breakfast of ham and eggs.
That's so wrong.
But Bobby Heenan, his own kind of genius, somebody that Fez and I truly admire. Everything about the man.
Oh, Bobby the Brain Heenan, the greatest manager of all time in professional wrestling.
Why are you overlooking his color commentary, Fez? There alone he should be in the Hall of Fame. As a wrestler, being from Beverly Hills, California, he deserved to go.
Pretty boy.
As a manager, he deserved to go. As a color commentator. But not only that, but just a philosopher who befriended Fez and I years ago, and I can't say enough good things about the man. Here's Larry. Hello, Larry. Larry, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Yeah, thanks to Earl. Well, I lost $100 on the UFC bet, but thanks to Earl and the terrific picks, I was able to recoup those losses, and now I'm a very happy man today. I just want to say thank you, Earl Douglas.
I'm going to just start to call him Double Down. I would, no matter what your fucking betting is, no matter how bad your Jones is, double down on Earl's picks.
Double down, Douglas.
Earl, I wish we could get you to pick every sport, but you will only do college football.
Yes, because I am truly perfect.
In that one aspect of your life, you are. In college football, you can't take it away from the man.
And if you're going to pick one thing to be perfect at, that's a really good thing to be perfect at.
This is what kills me. Earl knows nothing about college football. Fezzy goes out and buys all the things, and you read everything, and you never can pick because you're using someone else's picks. You're using somebody else's ideas. And then you regurgitate them back here. You throw up all over the microphone. You waste our time. And now, instead, I reach back over the Black Forrest Gump, and I pull him out, and I let him go. And, Earl, you deserve the respect. And anyone who's bashing him on the websites should be banned, their computers confiscated. That's simple.
Some of those computers are really expensive. To take away their computers, too.
Doesn't matter to me. Today is Soup Day, so it's very exciting for everyone.
Yes!
It's a giant soup day.
Is it the 24th already?
It is. It's the 24th. Enjoy your soup.
Very nice. Now, Marcel Marceau, the legendary mime, has passed away at age 83.
And he probably was the most famous mime of all time, right?
Yeah, I don't think there was. Maybe Shields Yarnell, a distant second.
I wanted to put out my best to the family of Marcel Marceau. As a matter of fact, I think we should all bow our heads and then talk for the next minute. And just because they don't have a moment of silence, they're mimes. Now, is he going to have a funeral? I mean, will it be real guys carrying him, or are they going to pretend that they're picking up a coffin and carrying it? Oh, it's heavy. It's nothing. Crazy on the east side today, Fezzy, in New York City, because, well, you know what's happening. The leader of Iran is here in town.
President Muhammad Ahmadinejad.
What is it?
Muhammad Ahmadinejad.
That's not a name. That's just a bunch of fucking syllables thrown together. And then he's speaking at Columbia University. And so there's Jewish people that are lined up out front. They're furious. They're saying he's talking about he wants to get rid of Israel and that the Holocaust never happened. So they're furious. They're going to be standing out front today starting trouble with people.
Yeah, so they don't want him to speak at Columbia. But here's my thing. The guy was speaking on 60 Minutes last night to the entire country of America.
Right.
So what's the difference in having him speak on 60 Minutes but try to ban him from Columbia University?
Well, why not let him go on a game show, Fez? Is that what you want to do? Should he be able to just walk around and do whatever he wants?
No, I'm saying nobody's protesting CBS from having him on, but Columbia University's taking grief.
You don't see the difference between being on the news and then going out and speaking in front of people making a speech promoting your ideas. There's no difference to you. I mean, Charles Manson has been on 60 Minutes.
Right.
Would you not feel like it would be wrong to protest if Charles Manson went up and gave it an hour and a half at Columbia University?
All right, yeah, I can see your point there. But
So these people are furious. And, he's not being stopped from being speaking, but obviously they got the right to go out there and shout out the things that they're mad about. I like a good protest. I don't care what it's about. I like to see people lined up and protesting. I remember when O&A were when they got fired for that little mishap when we were at NEW. There was a big protest out front, and all the cameras are out there, and you and I had to go in and do a shift. So I made sure I went by and high-fived all the protesters, and then all the cameras were following me around like I was OJ, like as I went walking in. They were trying to get my opinion. I would not talk to them.
Right.
I wouldn't talk to them. And the whole thing was just a gimmick for me to see what it felt like to be, a big defendant in the trial law. I mean, they were just right on my face, trying to just get one word. I just kept walking. I retained my dignity.
like you need to be rushed up the courtroom steps.
And what I loved about it is none of the reporters had a goddamn idea who I was. They didn't have a clue. And yet they went, look, the protesters are giving them high fives. This must be a very important person.
They're responding to him.
Unfortunately, I didn't have Anthony there to try to embarrass me and out me in front of a bunch of hard hats. Earl, any talk at all about me being rebooked on the O&A show?
Unfortunately, not at all.
I got a lot more Vince Champ stories. Things that he used to like to eat, people he went out with, the way he dressed. Very conservative. Get that through to O&A. I know a lot about the way he dressed.
I'll get that info out.
Is my 15 minutes over, Earl? That's it for me?
I don't think it's over, but they have other ideas.
Actually, let's face it. I had 11 minutes, and then Jay Moore called and started plugging things.
I understand you feel you're owed 4 minutes, but they just don't talk about Vince Champ or other comedian rapists.
Did you just call him Champ?
Champ.
Vince Champ.
Champ.
All right, Fuzzy. What else is happening here today?
Unmasked is coming back to New York City. David Brenner is...
David Brenner, the legendary comedian David Brenner?
That's right. He is going to be unmasked by Ron Bennington Monday, October 1st in New York. That's going to be at 2 p.m. at Comics Comedy Club in New York. If you want to be part of the audience, you can email this address, live@xmradio.com. That's live@xmradio.com, and let them know you want to see David Brenner unmasked.
All right, that's David Brenner unmasked, so make sure you email them. Now, also, David Brenner is doing 4 shows at Comics this weekend, Fez. So you should also, if you would like, buy tickets to that, see his stand-up act.
Oh, very good idea. All right, so that's going to be Monday, October 1st, 2 p.m. at Comics in New York, and email live@xmradio.com.
All right, do you have the number of Comics to plug?
No, I don't have that phone number.
That's what the plug was about today, Earl. The management asked if we could plug that. They're concerned, Fezzy, that if you see him unmasked, why possibly would you want to go by the show? And we're like, oh no, it's just the opposite. People would love to go to the show and then see him unmasked. They wouldn't allow him to be unmasked before.
Oh, really? Okay.
I believe it's because they know he'll be a 100% different performer, that this is going to touch him in a way almost spiritually. So that's a very, very big unmask for us to do. It's a legendary comedian. I believe he's appeared on The Tonight Show with Johnny Carson more than any other comedian.
Wow. That's amazing.
Yes, it is, Fez.
Here's the number for comics, 212-524-2500. That's 212-524-2500.
All right. So David Brenner unmasked on Monday, but you can go and see his stand-up this weekend in New York City. Should be a lot of fun. Now, you've got something... well, first of all, let me just say that Sheepy's asked me to get involved in something. Let me bring Eastside Dave into this. You guys all go out over the weekend, Fezzy, and watch Notre Dame lose, right?
Yeah, we watch Notre Dame lose every week and started taking Sheepy with us this year. He wanted to get into college football.
I got a message from Sheepy that this has become very, very difficult for him because he claims Mr. Pussy Whipped brings his wife to every single thing when he thought it was going to be guys' time. And I'll check first with Fez. Does Sheepy have a case here?
Sheepy has a case.
She picks on him the whole time.
Dave's wife, Casey, is pretty relentless on Sheepy. I mean, everyone ball busts.
Yeah.
But she doesn't stop. It's everything that comes out of Sheepy's mouth.
No, is she a big Notre Dame fan the way you and Sheepy are?
No, not
She did
at all.
not grow up with Notre Dame the way you and Sheepy did.
Exactly. Yeah.
All right, Dave, what is the purpose here?
Well, wait a second here. When you are at a football game with men, you sit around, you drink beer, you pick on each other. That's more of a man experience.
Yes,
than
it is,
anything
but
else.
Sheepy cannot protect himself. Does she pick on Fez?
No, not as much.
Does she at all, Fez?
I don't know. I don't recall ever getting picked on by Casey.
And yet, Sheepy says this has turned into a nightmare for him. So, obviously, I don't want to have to step into this, but I would like you to talk to Casey.
I'll talk to her, but I mean, when Sheepy says things like, what's a field goal? What's a touchdown?
Yes, he's trying to learn. He's trying to figure out this game.
But at the same time, you can't say those things without expecting someone to take a jab at you.
Did you watch Kid Nation?
Yes, I did.
Sheepy is like that little kid that had to go home at the end of Kid Nation.
Jimmy.
He's Jimmy. He's got his little green thing around his neck. You're the older kids.
I'm Greg.
You need to take care of him and protect him. Fez, why aren't you sticking up for him?
I am more like Shauna, where anytime he asks one of his stupid football questions, I have never busted his balls on it.
You're that kind to him.
Yes. And you can ask Sheepy that because I told him, first game, ask any question you want. You can't ask a stupid question.
Tell him to whisper. Tell him to whisper to you.
But you know what? Casey, she didn't know football coming into this year. Like Sheepy doesn't know football, but she's beginning to learn because she watches, she appreciates, and she ball busts. Where Sheepy will digress into comic book talk.
All right, you know what? Then Sheepy's banned.
Exactly.
Are you with that, Fez?
No, Sheepy shouldn't be banned.
Why don't you do this? You and Sheepy are going to a different bar than the rest of them next week.
That's fine.
Maybe an ice cream bar. A place that he also told me, Fez, you had 2 very big beers and started slurring. And then later wouldn't let him go home. 3?
3.
All right, he only told me about 2. Wouldn't let him go home. You made him go out and look for Superman DVDs. So he had a very stressful weekend.
That was so wrong.
And then he said everyone treats him like he's 5 years old and gives him apple slices. So I don't want him running back and complaining to me. So this Saturday, Fez and Sheepy will be going to a different place than the rest of you.
That's fine as long as we get Mikey Boy.
Yeah.
Mikey Boy comes with us, me and Casey.
Yeah, you definitely get him.
That's good then.
Because I don't think Sheepy's comfortable around Mikey Boy's kids. Big Steve, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Ronnie B., you are a media genius. Not only do you have 2 nationally top-rated radio shows, but a best-selling author with Ronnie B.'s Line of the Day, and now the success of Ron Magazine.
Well, you honor me, my friend. Thank you.
I was wondering
I consider myself a brand right now. And as a matter of fact, half of the biggest radio show in the country right now, the biggest morning show in the country, screaming my name out and pointing at me as he sat in traffic. I don't say this is the second time that's happened. So things are starting to pop in Ronnie B's world. Things are finally starting to go my way.
Ronnie.
Yeah.
I was wondering if I could get a key to the Ron Mansion so I could party with Casey and Dave's mom in the grotto.
All right, Steve. You had to take it to Sillytown, didn't you? You had to go to Sillytown.
I don't say this is the second time.
Now go back and listen to yourself. He had to go to Sillytown with you. We can't be just human beings. Yes, things are starting to go my way. The book's sold out. The magazine looks like it's going to be a gigantic hit. Unmasked with Mr. David Brenner. If this was 1977, none of us would be able to sleep. So things are really popping. By the way, go ahead and plug the Unmask again, Fez.
Unmask is going to be held at Comics Comedy Club in New York City. That is coming up Monday, October 1st. And David Brenner.
The legendary David Brenner.
The legendary David Brenner. He'll be performing at Comics Friday, September 28th and Saturday the 29th. 2 shows both nights, 8:30, 10:45. You can call 212-524-2500 to get tickets to see him perform. And email live@xmradio.com to get in the audience to see Unmasked.
Mikey boy, how are you, my friend?
Doing okay, guys.
Good.
I
Actually, partial part of this is I was on the hold with the screener. We're splitting the Notre Dame games up. Is this how we're doing this?
Yeah.
I missed that.
There's been major problems. I shouldn't get calls at home over this, but Sheepy doesn't feel like it's a safe environment for him, and Fez is now going to take Sheepy somewhere where he can work on him privately, Fez, where you can privately explain to him how the game of football works, because he loves to belong.
They'll be watching games at Toys R Us.
Whatever. What do you care? What do you and the Queen of Mean care?
Well, all I know is that our team's going to be great because we drafted Mikey Boy and Baby Love, and they can have the other
Fantastic.
daughter.
No one's sitting here saying this needs to be a fight. I'm just dividing it so the fights can finally stop.
You see me crying about this? I'm glad to get Sheepy.
Well, I was going to note that it sounds like Dave is actually giving Sheepy a hard time, too. I didn't make it this week,
yeah,
and I got a phone call from Sheepy, kind of an upset phone call, because since I wasn't there, Dave told Sheepy that that Sheepy had said something in front of my kids that made me uncomfortable, and I didn't want to be around Sheepy anymore, so Sheepy called me up all upset, which wasn't true.
All right, so this is just a constant attack on little Jimmy.
No, I thought Sheepy had a few inappropriate remarks around Baby Love and Elena last Saturday, so
it's just tormenting.
It is. It's tormenting, and it stops now. Fezzy, I'm glad that you're taking the high road and you're walking away from this nightmare.
Sheepy can't enjoy this game because he can't open his mouth. If he orders fried mushroom caps, there's a comment made about it.
Well, who gets fried mushroom caps?
Fezzy, I want you to come to me, and I'll give you Sheepy's money for whatever foods he needs next week.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
I'm going to cap that, though. I'm not going to let him break the bank. It's ridiculous.
He has a meal each half.
Really?
Yeah. So he has
I'm going to prefix this thing.
Yeah.
He's going to get an appetizer, an entree, and a dessert. That's it.
I just want you to be forewarned of his eating habits.
And I'm going to get him 2 grape sodas, and that's it.
Fez has a lot to consume. I mean, he should. You know,
that's not your concern anymore. What's ever going on? The fact that he's not sticking with his heart diet's none of your problem.
But I mean, Fez and I were the original people.
That's right.
Sad.
Now what happens? One of you got married, and now Sheepy feels unsafe.
I'm going to say my wife is more of a man than Sheepy is. I don't mean that in a transsexual way at all.
But it's coming off that way. You're acting like she has bigger gonads and a larger, thicker penis than Sheepy.
No, thickness? I'm not going to...
what has she got, a thin penis?
No, it's very... she doesn't have a penis.
You're making it sound like it looks like wet spaghetti.
She has... Look, let's keep this classy, but she has a vagina. I've seen it.
That is classy.
I don't...
That is classy, my friend. A very classy vagina. All right, so that's the way it goes, Mikey. Now, Mikey, it should be up to you to pick which group you've decided to go with.
Okay.
Come on.
I'll give it some thought.
Give it some thought and let us know at the end of the week.
Okay.
Mikey, beers on me.
Okay.
Your beers are on me.
Yeah, he wants to get drunk in front of his children. All right, Mikey.
All right, see you guys.
Talk to you later. That's Mikey, boy, from RonFez.net. RonFez.net, home of Dear Ron and Fez Show, the big hit blog that we love by Kathleen from the Bronx, who I have to tell you, I find it very difficult to find that blog. Have you noticed that?
It is really hard to find Dear Ron and Fez Show on there.
You know how I find it?
How?
Kathleen mails me the link every week, or I wouldn't be able to find it.
Yeah, because
I'd find Maddie Fridays and Mooch Fighting, but I can't find Dear Ron and Fez Show.
They really need to do something to make it easier to find.
Maybe a different color or a nice picture, something, but all those things start to run together.
Right.
And all I keep seeing is pictures of Letitia wherever I look. Lily's been here longer. I never see a Lily on the front page.
So they do need a bigger link, something to make that stand out. And why is this guy Rex Dart always having to try to ruin Kathleen from the Bronx's blogs with his comments? He always posts.
Oh, there's a thing at the comments at the end.
Yeah.
I don't read comments.
Yeah.
I read the blog itself, Fezzy, and then I leave that as the purity.
So she writes...
Not the letters to the editor that come underneath.
She'll write a hysterical blog, intelligent, really smart and funny, and then this guy, Rexstar, will, make it sexual, make it disgusting. He will try to turn it as gross as possible. I don't know what in the world he's trying to do there.
You know what he's probably trying to do is it a long response?
Yeah, it's always a long response.
Because then they try to have their own blogs after somebody else's blog. One blog is enough for me. I can't go reading what Rex starts trying to be funny.
Yeah, well, it's not funny. It's really lame and disgusting, and I don't know why he's doing this every time she posts a blog now.
Well, I didn't know this.
Yeah.
Well, maybe Mikey Boy will get on top of that.
They should do something about it.
Ban them and ban anybody who acts like the pics are easy. That's the two things that should be banned right now.
So, I don't know, this Rexstart...
Rexstart, go anywhere else and post your stuff on ronfez.net, and then people can respond to you. But Fezzi's trying to read the enjoyable blog, and that's what he's happy with.
Yeah. There's no reason to try to out Kathleen on her own blog.
Yeah.
It's just stupid, because you're not going to be able to do it. It's just gross and disgusting, and it's wrong.
All right, jeez. It's wound up today.
More problems from ronfez.net. They're hiding her blog like it's an Easter egg.
Maybe it's just hard for me to find. Is it hard for you to find, Fez?
It's totally hard for me to find.
All right, let me check with her. Earl, is it hard for you to find?
Yes, it is.
All right, that's from Mr. Perfect.
You can.
He does everything perfect.
It's easier to find a needle in a stack of needles. That's why. Why not? Let's bring this over. Let's bring this blog over to FBA, because at FBA
I can't find FBA because I refuse to type that name in.
Well, you have to. But we'll treat this blog like the sun. Our message board, FBA, will revolve around Kathleen's blog, and we'll give it the respect and the fucking love. That's what it's about, Rexstart. It's not about putting your own seedy 2 cents in. It's about love and respect.
Let me just say something about your website. I won't say the name out loud, but I do dig your chicks. You have a lot of hot chicks there.
We got most of the chicks.
Yeah, you do.
You have your HTGs, your Casey Elons.
Yeah.
There's a couple others.
You leaving Barb out of this?
Barb is there.
Yeah.
Solera's pretty much there now. Over ronfez.net. And
Solera seems like a ghost to me anymore. I can't even find her.
Our newest chick should be Kathleen from the Bronx.
All right.
That's our newest debutante at the great FBA. Kathleen, bring your blog over.
There. The problem's right now, ronfez.net. Fez feels like he can't find it, and then also doesn't like this. See, this should have been said to Mikey Boy, Fez. Mikey Boy should have had his chance to respond.
Right, true.
Here is John. John, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, buddies.
Yeah.
Ronnie, I have to disagree with you for the first time in my life. I think Sheepy needs to grow thicker skin, or else he shouldn't even be at a bar in the first place.
Sheepy is not like other men. We have to respect that.
No,
Why is he trying to hang with men?
Because this is... All right, I'll put it this way. This is like the Big Brother Association. Do they even still do that?
Yeah, they still have Big Brothers.
Fez is a big brother to Sheepy. He's taking him out. He's trying to teach him about football, how to overeat, how to drink, how to finally destroy the heart God gave you. Sheepy can't do that if he constantly feels like little Jimmy and that he's not old enough to be there. Sheepy is 5 years old eating apple slices.
We'll take him out to play basketball at the park, take him to a peanut butter and jelly.
Maybe all that's going to happen, but it will happen outside of you and the Queen of Mean.
Well, she is not the Queen of Mean, in my opinion. She's like Howard Cosell. She tells it like it is. And Sheepy, if he, is an overgrown baby,
Yes, he is.
He just wanted to go out and have fun. Why is he getting his stones busted every 2 seconds?
He doesn't even have stone.
That's the problem.
His old Pebbles.
Okay, Pebbles. Why don't we just call him Pebbly Poo?
Poor Pebbly Poo.
I guarantee you, at the end of this season, if we give chance for the Big Brother thing is, Sheepy will be every bit the man Fez Whatley is.
Thank you. That's my goal.
Hard problems.
And, it's hard problems. And by the way, Fezzy has an announcement to make. There is a new member of the Whatley family.
It's very exciting for me. I have taken everyone's advice.
Fez has made an adoption over the weekend.
Whoa! Holy shit!
I have a new cat. It's not a new cat. It's a 1-year-old cat.
It fits. Pheasant cats does fit for some weird reason.
Fezzy called me with this, I guess, Saturday night, and I said, I'll talk to you about it on the air.
I No, you just hung up on
I
me.
would not let myself hear about it or deal with it. I wanted to hear about it on the air.
There was a click, and I'm like, Ronnie? Ronnie.
You fucking adopted a cat.
Yes.
Now, what happened? Why would you do such a thing? No one. First of all, you said you took everybody's advice. No, that was not our advice to get a cat. We said get a kid or a dog, something that can love you.
He gets the most independent animal.
A cat is incapable of love.
This cat can't love me?
No, cats can't.
It hasn't loved me yet. I know that much. It hasn't come out from under the bed.
Well, why would you get one that was 1 year old? If you had a kitten, then you could fool it into making it think that it was that you're the mommy.
Well, here's the deal. I went on Roosevelt Island where I live. There's a bunch of stray cats. I don't know whether they swim there to Cat Island or what. But they had a catathon, islandcats.org, where you can adopt a cat.
So you adopted a stray cat?
Yeah.
You're fucked.
Holy shit, the disease.
You let a wild animal into your house.
It's all been vet checked.
Yeah, but you cannot get that cat to feel comfortable around humans now. I had no idea you got a stray cat.
Yeah.
You got a wild cat.
Well, I got a cat that's been living in a foster home.
He doesn't understand.
Yeah,
he might as well have a raccoon.
Yeah, exactly.
In his fucking house.
You basically have a squirrel that you're expecting to act like an animal, and it can't do that. It's a wild animal. It's not a tame animal.
And a year old. It's not.
Yeah, it's over for them.
If anything, the cat's going to give him more of a complex of loneliness,
right?
Because the cat's never going to come around.
How has the cat reacted to you so far?
The cat. It's like having a drunken roommate. I never see the cat during the day, and at night the cat just stumbles around the apartment. That's when the cat finally comes out once I'm in bed. But other than that, the cat hides under the bed the entire time.
That's ridiculous.
Real fun.
Yeah.
Great animal. Did you go out and buy the litter box and all that?
Well, they brought.
I can't believe you're having something shit in your house like that. It's so unlike you.
I know, it really is. That's why I wanted to change some things up. And so Island Cats provided me with some supplies.
Island Cats.
What? That's the name of the group. And, why you said the kitten? They wouldn't give me a kitten because they said you had to take two if you got a kitten. Because the kitten would be too lonely without another cat around. So I got an older island cat.
Holy cow! All your vintage comic book stuff is gone.
Yeah, everything's going to be gone. You've got a wild animal in your house. Normally, you would call somebody to help you, but you're stuck with it. And here's the other thing. So I don't think it's ever going to warm up to you. Really, it can't because it's a wild animal, and probably abused by the island people over there. But then also, Fez, what happens when you go to Florida? Are you going to be one of those guys that has the little handling case and gets on a plane with a wild cat?
I may travel with this cat, which I haven't named yet. Or I may. They told me at Island Cats that you just have a cat sitter, that they're more comfortable staying in their own home and just hire someone to go in there and feed it and pet it.
Oh, stuff. That's what you like, giving a stranger the keys to your fucking house, letting them sit in there, watch your TV, eat food, and jack off in your bed. Probably with a big pair of your boxers over their head. This is so unlike you. This is the meds going crazy. The meds are crazy.
Yeah.
Earl, shoot him in the neck with a dart. We've got a fucking maniac on our hands.
Put down that dart gun, Earl.
Did that cat scratch you over the weekend?
No, why?
Oh, okay. No, just on the side of your head. The right side. I thought I saw something.
Oh, that's where I was trying to shave the mohawk.
Actually, the cat might have scratched you in your sleep. Because it is
They will
wild.
do that.
They do it all the time.
I would know if the cat scratched me. I would wake up screaming. I've been scratched.
It could have been a very covert cat.
This is bad news all the way around.
Yeah. And the fact that he didn't name it means he's not close to it.
Oh, no, there's no...
Now, for a year, this cat hasn't had a name, and now you expect it to come to something?
It came with the name Skippy. But I don't want to keep the name Skippy.
Like the same peanut butter that clogged up your heart.
Hey.
Where are you and Skippy and Sheepy going this weekend?
Skippy won't be going.
Oh, my God. Why are you afraid of the name Skippy?
I don't know. I don't like the name. If I was going to name a cat, I wouldn't want to call it Skippy.
Well, if you're going to name a cat, you got to get it brand new. It already has the name Skippy.
Well, that's why I haven't called it Skippy.
Why don't you just call it Snowball?
That's not a bad name for it.
For what you're going to be doing to it.
I will not be abusing this cat.
Who's Doug Waltz yelling, leave Sheepy alone at me?
Doug Waltz, don't know him.
Yeah, I don't know how people think that they could get involved in our stuff. All right, so Skippy and Fez. Now, so far he doesn't like you. Is it he?
It's a she.
It's she. So far she doesn't like you.
Right, yeah.
Why did you think you would like a cat? I've heard you say before that you hate cats.
Well, I didn't want, I can't have a dog in my building. So, and I didn't want to go, fish or hamster or gerbil or anything. So
so you wanted a pet.
So it was like process of elimination.
But how many times have we talked about it and you're like, no, I hate pets?
Well, yeah, but
I never thought you'd let a wild cat into your house.
I figured this is something I needed to try to get over my anxiety and everything else that I'm doing.
Yeah, but if you have to dump this cat because you can't take care of it, that's going to just prove that you're not even a person.
I give this 6 months tops.
I'm telling you right now.
Like I gave your wedding.
I am totally sane, and I couldn't have a wild cat shitting in my house while I'm trying to sleep. That's disgusting.
He doesn't know how bad a litter box is going to smell, and his apartment will reek of shit because
he'll be shitting in there with it.
He's got a lunatic cat.
I bet that thing's shitting under the bed and everything now.
It's used the litter pan already.
Litter pan.
But
that should be your name, litter pan.
But he is definitely going under your bed. You might not notice it now, but a few days of buildup, you're going to have the worst smell.
I'm trying to think. Do I even know a man who got a cat? I don't even know one.
I mean, John Waters is like a...
Yeah, you're like John Waters.
Thank you.
You want to do something like you just have a very thin mohawk. All right, here's Sheepy, your adopted son. Sheepy.
Hi.
Hey, good news. The problems are over, and you and Fez are going to be going to a separate bar. Maybe even with Mikey Boy and his family. And will there be apple slices?
If he wants them, he doesn't have to have them.
And then maybe later you can come over and pet Skippy while Fez washes your clothes.
I'll bring my pajamas.
Yeah, PJ night.
I may hire you as a cat sitter when I'm out of town. Shippy.
What would you pay him?
Oh, what's good for a week? $50?
For a weekend?
A weekend?
What happens when you go away on weekends?
A weekend, I'd say $25.
No. Now, when's he going to be doing this? In the 1940s?
It's like $10 an hour.
You're going to have to go at least 10 an hour now.
All right, but you got to spend a whole hour with the cat.
No, it's going to be 48 hours. Because the kid lives in North Jersey, so he might as well just stay the weekend at your apartment.
Ooh. I mean, I could do that. I'm trustworthy.
Sure you are. We know that. This is something you can talk about at the game this week. Who's playing, Fez?
It's Notre Dame at Purdue, I think.
Oh, man. That's already 3 touchdowns. 3 touchdowns, 21 points.
It's guaranteed at least 30 points. That's what every team scores. Against Coach Fatass's team.
Now you hate him? You used to love him.
I used to love him. Now he's driving me nuts.
He pointed out that he looks like Blowhard, so now I just see Blowhard on the screen.
Wow. All of a sudden, you have these little secrets that you think take place. He yells it out on the air. Now I'm going to have to deal with an angry Blowhard.
Oh, I didn't know it was secret. I'm sorry.
Well, it should be.
That's your partner, Fez.
Everything that happens with you and Fez should be secret, even if it hurts your ass.
Oh.
Especially if it hurts your ass.
Not a lot of gratitude from Sheepy.
What did Casey say that hurt your feelings?
She just, I don't know, it's just every time I say something, I'm easy to attack. But then she feels bad about it after, I think.
So if you try to talk, it's an immediate attack?
Most of the time.
All right.
I mean, it's easy.
Now this came up. They can all go together. Yoko Casey has other things to do.
No, I want it to be. My wife is understanding football. I'm getting her into football.
How can you go someplace where your wife is not invited? That's something Bri would never let happen.
I'm not going to let it happen myself, especially being that I have to spend 12 days without her. I want to cherish these last couple Saturdays.
I thought we were up to 14.
You're right. We are up to 14.
14 straight days.
2 full weeks.
But, And Sheepy's doing this whole weird thing where now he's sleeping over at E-Rock and A-Rock's house. So you know what, Sheepy? You obviously have a problem with me and my wife, so you go on your way. Because me, Mikey Boy, and Casey are going to have the ball.
Sheepy, this couch surfing thing that you do has got to stop, too. You're sleeping on everybody's couches.
I don't know. I ended up falling asleep there. It wasn't on purpose. We were watching Better Off Dead, and I just drifted asleep.
Better Off Dead?
They took pictures of me.
See, I mean, look at that. You're just a joke to them. We were treating you like a human.
Wait a minute. Every time he opens up his mouth, your wife attacks him. Every time.
Yeah, but that's like, we're comrades, like the Russians would say.
I like Russians.
Oh, I know. You got a little Russian girlfriend, right? Fez is going to teach you how to deal with her.
And he drank a White Russian on Saturday.
Well, that was something Fez made for him.
Oh.
Special.
Oh.
All right, Sheepy. So that's it. You broke up the team.
No, it wasn't on purpose.
Hey, no, it's not on purpose. It was Fez stuck up for you. He watches over you and Skippy.
I love Skippy, too.
You're my two cats.
You have finally become a crazy old cat lady. It's just you and your cats. Fez, we got to get you out of this. Did you talk to your teen shrink first? Before you made a move like this?
I told her like a week ago. I'm thinking of getting a cat.
What a waste of money! What a waste of fucking money!
So I did bring it up to her.
What did she say? That's good. Like you would always say to a retard, "Oh, you have a kitty now."
She must think like he's disintegrating in front of her. He started off probably better than the last couple of weeks. He's come in sleep depraved with a mohawk, talking about adopting a cat,
and he had to tell her that he danced naked in front of everybody at a gig.
She probably thinks he's destroying you.
It's quite the file on me.
Oh, I bet. I would love to break in there and read that fucking nut
at the Institute.
Oh, holy shit! You are so off the fucking rails. Mohawk, an adopted cat, spending all your time with a 5-year-old in the bar. Everything about you, Fez, screams, "This is my last days."
And it all started when he went to the shrink.
Well, when he got on the meds.
Yeah, that's true.
When he got on the meds, you stopped thinking like Fez.
I thought it was progress.
You really feel like these are good things that you're doing.
Yeah.
It's progress the way Tony was able to learn more about criminals from Dr. Melfi, if you want to call that progress.
I don't even know what that even means.
Me neither.
I don't even think he did.
Towards the end of the season, we learned that Tony actually was helped in the wrong way by Dr. Melfi.
Well, not played to his ego, but didn't do anything about him learning about criminals.
I thought they did.
I can't believe you're going away for 14 days. And that's going to be soon, right?
Yeah.
And by the way, thanks for jinxing the Phillies. Everything about you is a fucking jinx right now.
I don't know what you mean.
I got a jinx, a maniac with a cat, and then, of course, I have Mr. Perfect, who does everything perfect. I wish they wouldn't have booted you off en masse, Mr. Perfect.
It won't be a perfect taping.
I know. Oh, thanks. I appreciate that. Ouch. I might even want to cancel this now.
I didn't
after
mean it that way. Not that way.
Unmasked is coming back to Comics Comedy Club in New York City Monday, October 1st at 2 p.m. Special guest David Brenner is going to be unmasked. If you want to be part of the studio audience there, email live@xmradio.com, live@xmradio.com, and you can also get tickets to see David Brenner at Comics Friday the 28th and Saturday the 29th, 212-524-2500.
Susan Sprinkle from Post Stores wants us to give a birthday shout out to Skidmark from ronfez.net. I guess it's Skidmark birthday today.
Oh, happy birthday, Skid.
Every adult now feels the need to let everybody know that it's their birthday. I don't understand it. All right, Sheepy.
Yeah, okay.
Everything's been changed now.
I'm sorry.
All right, talk to you later.
Bye. Have a good day. Bye.
Bye. Every time he opens his mouth, she attacks him, huh?
Every single time.
Queen of mean.
I
Queen
see it.
of mean.
It's just having fun with the fellas.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, she's able to do it better than Sheepy is, I think.
Oh, absolutely, because he's nothing but kind. He looks at the world like with nothing but love. He just loves the world. And he adores Fez and Skippy. He wants to spend time with us, too.
Well, good.
Fez, I swear to God, you're off the rails now.
You think so?
I know so.
I thought this was a good thing.
Let me check with my Lily. Lily, come on in here. You're kind of the stepmommy of the Ron and Fez show. Does this seem a little out of character and crazy?
For Fez, yes.
Yeah.
Because he's incapable of showing affection to other people.
The only time a man... The only time a man gets a cat is if his kids say, Daddy, please, and they start crying, and they act like we have to have this cat. Then finally he breaks down. That's the only way a man gets a cat or another child. A dog, yeah, of course the guy wants a fucking dog. Somebody's got to go swim out there and get the ducks. He can't do it by himself.
And he's not a cat person.
He's not even a person.
I mean, you don't get up to you don't get up to Fez's age, and then decide I'm going to become a cat guy. You're either a cat guy by the time you're 6.
I mean, right. It's not so much that this is crazy, but it's just out of context for everything that Fez has done up to this point. It's insane.
Plus, cats are so self-sufficient, so it's not even like you're going to bring this pet in and take care of it and love it.
Yeah, what are you hoping to get from this, Fez?
Well, I'm hoping to, like has been talked about, get out of my own head. Think about something else other than myself.
A cat?
For a change.
A fucking stray cat is where you think that the things that you should be thinking about now. I'm trying to be serious with you.
Yeah, well, I mean, at least it's something.
What are you going to think about a stray cat? Oh, there's a stray cat in here. I mean, what could you possibly think? So your point is you think you're going to love this animal.
I'm hoping to love it, yes. And I will admit right now there's no real connection.
Is there even like?
No.
Every once in a while you get chills thinking that there's an animal in your house. Say the truth.
Yeah, every now and then because it'll like bump or something under the bed. And I'm like, oh, that's weird. There's something alive under there.
I feel like suing this fucking shrink of yours. Matter of fact, I think I will. I think I'm going to sue her for ruining your life.
So far, so good. I mean, it's been a couple days, but...
Wait till it starts throwing up everywhere.
Furballs?
Yeah, on your carpet. Oh, it's gross.
There's going to be shedding. There's going to be,
Shitting.
Shitting and shedding. That's the Skippy story, but I'm serious.
Oh, all right. This is insane. It's fucking insane, but... And again... There are animal people. You're not one of them.
Well, I know I'm not. I've never been, but maybe I could be.
Why wouldn't you just say, let me watch a cat for a while? I'm going to sue these fucking people for unloading a wild animal on you, too. The lawsuits are going to go all over the place.
Can you even picture Fez holding Skippy and petting?
No.
Just the visual is... You can't even comprehend it. I don't think
it just doesn't exist.
It's not going to happen.
Why should it?
It shouldn't.
This is the meds. What meds are you on right now?
On the Effexor.
Yeah, dump that out. Dump it. Earl, take his meds off him, dump him in the toilet and flush.
I can't throw it out now. I have to be weaned off it if I go off it. Because I'll go quite mad if I just stop it.
Earl, I want you to flush his pills and kill his cat. And then we'll try to act like none of it ever happened.
The dream season.
Oh, you're out of your mind, Fezzy. It's so sad. Jay Moore was right about you. You are out of your fucking mind.
When did Jay Moore say that?
When you outed his wife on the air and you just got so annoying and crazy. All right, you said that you have a new bit today, huh? Seinfeld Subplots is what you wrote to me?
Exactly.
Now, is this something you wrote with your pill head?
Yes, it is a product of my pill head, yes.
All right, so now here you are after all this time. You've become a big brother to Sheepy.
Right.
You adopted cats, and you're doing bits again.
Yeah, I'm getting myself out there. I think it's good. I think it's all steps in the right direction.
Are all the subplots going to be about cats?
No. Did you think I was going to fall down laughing at that one?
No.
So you feel like things are going good now?
Yeah, I think things are going good.
Even when you stepped on my Marcel bit, whatever that thing was?
No,
I go, set me up with this, and he yells out half the punchline without even knowing. But not in a comedic way, like I had, like, here, throw it to me. He just keeps the setup going. All right, here's what we're going to do, Fezzy. We have an opening for your new bit?
Yes, we do.
What is it? Who put this?
I did this real quick.
All right, let me hear it.
On the fly.
A new holiday was born. A Festivus for the rest of us.
Mr. Steinbrenner, sir. This is Mr. Costanza. He's one of the applicants.
What is that?
That's the letter D. I'm going to the game tonight, and me and these 5 other guys are going to take our shirts off and spell out devils.
You stubborn, stupid, silly man!
We're not gay. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Look,
Seinfeld Subplots.
All right, so how are we going to play that, Fezzy, is like a happy, fun thing in and out of this bit. It's just a bunch of pieces from the show and then fucking Pitsy stating Seinfeld Subplots.
And then a really cold ending, and it's way too long, and it's everything I complain about.
Oh, really? Okay. I'd cut it down substantially, but I can cut it down even further if you'd like.
Here's what you need to do. Call Perry and ask for help.
Okay, I will.
And then write down a thing for you and Pitsy. How do we get paid?
Yeah.
As producers.
Alrighty.
And then also hand that over to Earl. So we got 3 guys on the show, Fezzy, as producers who don't know how to do an opening for you.
Right. A simple, all I need is like a 10-second game show open.
Okay. So explain how the game works.
All right. So I will give out a plot of a Seinfeld episode. And then choices of what subplot actually happened in that same episode. So you have to decide whether it's A, B, or C of the subplots.
All right, so I don't understand it yet. Seinfeld Subplots.
Yes.
All right, well, we'll open up the prize closet. 866-RON-0-FEZ. 866-RON-0-FEZ. Seinfeld Subplots is the name of the game.
That's right.
All right, so let's play the opening.
Where's the opening?
A new holiday was born. A Festivus for the rest of us.
Mr. Steinbrenner, sir. This is Mr. Costanza. He's one of the applicants.
What is that?
That's the letter D. I'm going to the game tonight, and me and these 5 other guys are going to take our shirts off and spell out devils.
You stubborn, stupid, silly man!
We're not gay. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Look,
Seinfeld Subplots.
Did they try any other openings, Fuzz?
The only other one I heard was much longer.
All right, let me hear the other opening. Do we have that one?
Do you still have it?
Yeah, I have to get out of this deleted file, but I got it.
All right, go grab the other opening. Because it's got to be better than this one, Fez.
No, it's worse.
Worse?
It's longer and a sillier Pitsy.
All right, let me take a listen.
So go ahead.
I'm dying to hear this.
He's still got a Yankee.
All right, so basically, Fezzy, you mean like the backstory?
Exactly.
Okay.
But, backstory wasn't alliteration with Seinfeld.
Right.
So Seinfeld Subplots.
Why don't you do Brady Bunch backstory?
Oh, that's a good one.
I wonder.
They usually had just one big plot going on Brady Bunch.
Yeah, where the 2 girls made out.
Jan and Marcia.
All right, we got it, Earl?
No, not yet. Dave is still pulling it.
He's pulling it, all right.
All right, we got it?
I hear running feet in the hallways here.
I don't understand that from a delete file. There's nowhere to run. It's right on the delete, right?
It should still be in there. In the computer.
Yep, here it is.
It's almost like this cat is a jinx.
Here it is.
A new holiday was born. A Festivus for the rest of us.
Mr. Steinbrenner, sir. This is Mr. Costanza. He's one of the applicants. Nice to meet you.
What is that?
That's the letter D.
Why is the letter D painted on your chest?
I'm going to the game tonight, and me and these 5 other guys are going to take our shirts off and spell out devils.
You stubborn, stupid, silly man!
We're not gay. Not that there's anything wrong with that. No, of course not. I mean, it's fine if that's who you are. Absolutely. I mean, I have many gay friends. My father's gay. Look,
Seinfeld Subplots.
Well, I don't know any difference. It's the same exact bits. There's nothing like fun and game showy about it.
I know. I didn't realize it was for a game show.
What did you think it was for?
I don't know. Pitt says you have to make up a Seinfeld Subplots opening, and I just said, all right. but I didn't. I'm like, what context? No one told me that.
I explained the whole thing to Pitsy. I didn't know I had to stop and explain it to everybody along the way.
No, you don't. I wish Pitsy had relayed that info to me. I didn't know it was a game show.
Fez, how come you're not talking with Dave directly? You don't hear from him over the weekend, huh?
No. I get emails from everybody. I was in contact with everybody from the show this weekend except Dave. No emails from Dave. Nothing.
Well, we were together for 5 hours on Saturday.
I got the game show thing mixed up, so that's my fault.
So you didn't know it was a game show?
If he said it, I didn't hear it, but...
What did you think it was going to be?
I thought it was going to be a Seinfeld discussion.
Wow.
Like a lecture series?
Can we all admit that this is a really bad show and then move on? Should we do this, Fez?
Yeah, we should still do it.
All right, explain to us Seinfeld Subplots.
Okay, I'll give a episode out, the plot of an episode, and tell me what backstory or subplot went along with it.
All right, play the opening.
A new holiday was born. A Festivus for the rest of us.
Mr. Steinbrenner, sir. This is Mr. Costanza. He's one of the applicants.
What is that?
That's the letter D. I'm going to the game tonight, and me and these 5 other guys are going to take our shirts off and spell out devils.
You stubborn, stupid, silly man.
We're not gay. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Look,
Seinfeld Subplots.
I can tell you, I like the silly opening better. Something about it just grabs me. All right, let's play this, Fez.
Okay. Earl, can we get the Seinfeld theme back, please?
You want the opening again?
No, I don't want the opening again. Had enough of the opening. All right, in the Seinfeld episode where Jerry is dating an artist who does a portrait of Kramer, which one of these Seinfeld subplots also happens? A, George is excited about a new baldness cure from China. B, George has a man crush on Elaine's boyfriend, Tony. Or C, Elaine wears an Orioles cap in the Yankees owner's box. Which one of the subplots went with that episode where Jerry's dating an artist who does a portrait of Kramer?
Peter.
I'm going to go with C, boys.
C, Elaine wears an Orioles cap in the Yankees owner's box? That is absolutely correct.
Awesome.
Nice work, buddy. We'll send you to the big-ass prize closet. We'll get you a DVD copy of Pearl Jam, Imagine, and Cornice, courtesy of Rhino.com.
So that was it?
Yeah, that was the one question.
What do you think, Lil?
I've never watched Seinfeld. I don't like the show, so to me this is so lost.
All right, play the opening.
A new holiday was born. A Festivus for the rest of us.
Mr. Steinbrenner, sir. This is Mr. Costanza. He's one of the applicants.
What is that?
That's the letter D. I'm going to the game tonight, and me and these 5 other guys are going to take our shirts off and spell out devils.
You stubborn, stupid, silly man.
We're not gay. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Look,
Seinfeld Subplots.
Let's do another one. Let's do another round.
Of course we will.
In the Seinfeld episode where Elaine sends out the Nip Christmas card, which one of these Seinfeld subplots also happens? A, Jerry gets dumped by because of an alleged nose pick. B, Kramer claims he's seen Salman Rushdie at the health club. C, George changes the Yankee uniforms from polyester to cotton.
Now, what's to make one the plot and the other the subplot?
I usually go by the title of the episode.
Ah, okay. Interesting.
Fascinating. I didn't know there were so many plots going on at the same time.
Never watched the show, huh?
A few episodes here and there. I never really really got into it, to be quite honest with you.
Did you see the one with the Nip Christmas card?
No, that one I missed, unfortunately.
Here's Jay. Jay.
Hey. I'm going to go with B.
B, Kramer claims he's seen Salman Rushdie at the health club. Incorrect.
Wow.
That would have been my guess.
Sorry.
So I'm out.
Tom, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, guys, I'm going to go with B.
B, still incorrect.
Still incorrect. Matt, you have an answer.
A.
A, Jerry gets dumped because of an alleged nose pick. That is correct. You're going to the big-ass prize closet.
All right, not to start trouble here, what's the name of the show?
Seinfeld.
Then how could what happened to Jerry be a subplot?
Because in that particular one, the big story was Elaine's Christmas card.
But you would think if the name of the show is Seinfeld, everything that happens to Seinfeld, no matter how small, is the story, and what's happening to the other characters is a subplot. What do you think, Lil?
I agree. But maybe it's because Jerry Seinfeld is the least funniest on the show.
Well, he's the weakest actor.
Right.
I don't think he's the least funniest. I mean, he gets blamed for that. But what was this show like Barney Miller?
Right.
Barney Miller never had the jokes. He was the center of the storm.
Right.
Because like on Newhart, he is the center of everything that happens. And that's why I think the plot is what happens to Jerry.
See, I think it's what's the biggest story that's going on, storyline that's going on in the episode.
How could you have a subplot if it's about the main character? Earl, where are you on this one?
I think Jerry should be the main thrust of the story. It's his show.
Yeah. All right, no one said, so that's going to be tough for now. We might have to give all those people prizes. Let's talk it over while we listen to the opening.
A new holiday was born. A Festivus for the rest of us.
Mr. Steinbrenner, sir. This is Mr. Costanza. He's one of the applicants.
What is that?
That's the letter D. I'm going to the game tonight, and me and these 5 other guys are going to take our shirts off and spell out devils.
You stubborn, stupid, silly.
That's why I disagree.
We're not gay.
No.
Nothing there's anything wrong with that. Look,
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are. You're trying
Seinfeld subplot.
You're trying to ruin this.
I am not trying to ruin it. I just said if it happened to Seinfeld, that's the part.
That's like a technicality. That's like nitpicking and trying to ruin this
Nitpicking
thing.
is what the fucking plot was about. Him picking his own nose. Nip was her.
I'm just saying Jerry's not always in the main plot.
The name of the episode, Fezzy, and this is from season 4, episode 53. The name of that episode was The Pick. The Pick.
All right.
Him picking his nose. The Pick.
Okay.
That would be the main plot. This was handed to me.
So little in the show.
This is off of Wikipedia, which we can count on. And by the way, Graz got this.
Oh, Wikipedia, please.
Season 4, episode 53, written by Mr. Larry David. The name of the episode, The Pick. Meaning that's the main plot.
I think it's a technicality.
When you said this earlier, you say, I go from what the episode was called. Did you not?
Yes, and I thought that episode was called The Nip, not The Pick.
Why would it be called the Nip? Then the show would be called Elaine. What was her last name?
Bennis.
Bennis would be the name of the show, and no one would watch a show called Bennis. All right, this has turned into a nightmare. Bad opening, and right away we're giving out the wrong prizes.
Well, it's sabotage all the way around is what it is. Between the bad opening that I'm starting to think is done on purpose, to Lily acting like she's never seen Seinfeld, to you just throwing out technicality after technicality.
I'm not saying throwing out technicality. I said, how could a subplot happen to the lead character? To me, the lead character is the story. You claim, well, I go by the title. Graz goes to look it up. Season 4, episode 53, The Pick, which you now think is called The Nip.
I thought it was.
So who didn't do their homework here?
I tried to bring in something nice and fun for the show.
Well, the opening is great.
The opening stinks.
And plus, I'm starting to think a lot of people didn't see Seinfeld. I'm going by what I'm hearing from Lily.
I just never found it funny.
It's like an old person show, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's late 80s, early 90s.
It's true. It's really dated. The wardrobe is horrible. The acting is...
Do you ever see the size of their phones? They're gigantic.
Yeah, like
They're
Zach
like
Morris.
loaves of bread.
But I don't understand why I don't like that show, because I love Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Yeah, so do I. I love it, too. Why don't you do a show about Curb Your Enthusiasm?
Yeah, I could play
That's
that
what the kids are doing.
No, I'm not going to do that.
Except for he'll act like everything's about Garland.
I had more questions, but I think it's all been ruined.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. Who do you think did a better job producing for you? Who would you like to give the Fez Whatley Gold Star for it to? Obviously, you can't give it to yourself. It's your show.
Right.
So that's not about you.
I don't want to give it to anyone.
The Pick. That's the name of the show.
I guess I would have to give the gold star to Groz, who couldn't wait to bring that in. I guess that's what I'd have to do. I don't care. I have a cat at home who loves me.
You should be spending more time with her. Seriously. You should spend 12 to 3 with her every day.
Wait till she starts going into heat.
Wait. He'll be the one. You know, actually, our friend Jamie Brankus used to have to get his cat off when it went into heat.
Wow.
So it would stop fucking, acting so crazy. But did you have it spayed?
No.
Why not? You hoping for more kitties?
They were going to do that at Island Cats, but they didn't have time before she went on display.
What color is it?
It's gray on top and white on the bottom. Like a gray and white face, and then a gray top, gray tail, but white legs. And a white chest.
Is this like a tabby cat or something? I only hear the word tabby. What's that mean?
It looks like a tabby, but I thought a tabby had to be orange.
I know nothing about cats, other than the fact that they suck the air out of babies. They will get into a baby's crib and suck until all the oxygen's out of their little baby lungs. I think that's what happened to JFK and Jackie O's baby.
Really?
Yeah.
Patrick.
Mike, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Ronnie, you sound like $100.
I don't even feel like that much.
Hey, I missed the opening to that Seinfeld bit. Can you play that again?
Yeah.
A new holiday was born. A Festivus for the rest of us.
Mr. Steinbrenner, sir. This is Mr. Costanza. He's one of the applicants.
What is that?
That's the letter D. I'm going to the game tonight, and me and these 5 other guys are going to take our shirts off and spell out devils.
You stubborn, stupid, silly man.
We're not gay. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Look,
Seinfeld Subplots. One more.
Joe, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, how you doing, buddy?
Hey.
Listen, Fezzy's right, man. The pick. It's a pick of the nip.
No, it was spelled P-I-C-K.
Well, now you're nitpicking.
Earl, technically, do we have to give the other people prizes?
Yes, we do, unfortunately.
Well, it's starting to cost us. Where'd you get this from, Fezzy? Where'd you come up with your game app?
It was a Seinfeld episode guide.
And what's the funny part of this game?
Well, if you can remember what subplot, what backstory went with which Seinfeld episode.
And that's funny?
Yeah, I think it tests TV knowledge, and it's fun and funny.
Well, I'll get for some. I get to test your TV knowledge, which I never even know that was known as knowledge. And fun, okay. Funny is where I'm struggling with this. Like, what part do you laugh at?
Well, it's you laugh as you think back over all these Seinfeld memories.
Earl, did you laugh at all?
No.
I laughed at the second opening, which was the first opening, where Pitsy just went, "It's a Seinfeld subplot." That kind of made me laugh because I saw he was out of his depths.
And then it sounds like he keeps talking afterwards. Like he does the line and keeps talking.
Tom.
Hey, how you, buddy?
Hey.
Hey, I wanted to know what show Fez knows more about, Seinfeld or Three's Company?
This is the second time one of your shows turned into a fucking nightmare, Fez.
I probably know more about Three's Company than Seinfeld. Although I learned a lot about Seinfeld putting this together.
Like the name of the episodes?
Well, I thought I knew the name of the episode.
Hey, Dave, are we getting free cupcakes tomorrow?
I don't know anything about that.
Isn't Mike Kaka due back?
Yeah, he is due back tomorrow. I'll see what I can find out.
He's so
All right, Sean from L.A. said, instead of calling it subplot, why don't you just call it the other plot? So the people who got the right answers made a connection and deserve a prize. So this could be just called the other plots on Seinfeld. So you don't have to discuss what is the main plot and what is the subplot. Because this, the one that you were wrong on and fucked up our show,
I don't think it fucked up the show.
It's called The Pick. And we would have been right just to say, what's the other plot?
Well, I guess we can do that. It doesn't have the good alliteration like Seinfeld Subplot.
Yeah, but you got to go so far through the opening before you even hear the alliteration. And is that fun or funny?
Alliteration is fun.
Is it?
Sure.
Okay.
Like a tongue twister.
The whole time you're here, I'm wondering if that cat's fucking up your house. Like scratching around and fucking rubbing its ass all over your stuff.
I'll be interested to see how the house is when I get home.
Oh. All right, we have the Three's Company. Fez did the Three's Company game.
I know everything there is to know about Three's Company trivia.
Fez,
Yes.
what is Jack Tripper's middle name?
I believe it was, let me think here. I think it was Zachary.
You are wrong, sir.
What was it?
Edward.
I don't remember that at all.
Guess who doesn't know a goddamn thing about Three's Company?
The girl that came on after Chrissy, her cousin, what New York Yankee was she dating during that time?
I don't know what Jenny Lee Harris said. Don't ring the cowbell, Ronnie. That's not a Three's Company question.
It is too.
Stupid. Don't call me stupid. That's not a Three's Company question.
Fezzy, tell him what he wins.
I am not telling him what he wins. He shouldn't get a prize. He should not get... Quit ringing the cowbell. I didn't get that one wrong. I didn't get it wrong.
You're fucking wrong.
No, it's not a Three's. It doesn't
Winner.
Quit ringing the cowbell. Screw it. Absolutely screw it. Now, he shouldn't be a winner. I'm out of here.
Three fucking where you go?
If we're not going to play right, I ain't going to do it.
Come on.
If we're not going to... Forget it.
Fezzy, where did Jack live before moving in with Janet and Chrissy?
3, 2, 1. No answer.
I knew that answer.
We have a winner.
I knew that answer. It was the YMCA.
Well, why the fuck were you walking away?
Because I'm being set up here. And you're just giving out prizes so people like you.
Come on. What do you mean? I don't care if anybody likes me.
Do I look like an idiot?
Hey, I didn't get any of them. I'm as bad at Three's Company as you are.
I'm not doing it.
Fezzy.
I'm not doing it.
It's the Ron and Fez Show on XM 202.
Yes, the Ron and Fez Show. The next Unmasked will be done in New York City with David Brenner.
If you want to be part of that, email live@xmradio.com, live@xmradio.com. That taping's going to be Monday, October 1st at 2 p.m. at Comics Comedy Club. David Brenner's going to be there that weekend before, Friday, September 28th, Saturday, September 29th. If you want to get tickets to see him perform at Comics, 212-524-2500.
You know, I got an email off to Wiki today, and he hasn't responded. Are we on Wiki's bad side?
Not that I'm aware of.
Huh. All right.
No, maybe it's just another hangover Monday. And Wiki's not in or something.
Fez, what's on your mind today? What's, you got a new cat, things are happening for you, your team's not winning, and it looks like they won't win for a while, right?
No, Notre Dame not going to win for quite a bit. They may have to wait till Navy or Air Force, and even that I'm not even sure of.
Here in New York City, madness is taking place. The entire east side of the city is locked up because this Iranian president is in town. And Earl, mainly it's the Jewish demonstrators, right?
Yes, because he's basically said, I'm paraphrasing, like Israel should be wiped off the earth. Very anti-Semitic comments. He's denied that the Holocaust. He says the Holocaust never existed. So the Jewish community is very, very upset.
All right, Pitsy, come on in here. Obviously, you don't go to Columbia. You went to a little community college. But if a guy like this showed up, would you want to go to the lecture?
Oh, yeah, I'd be the first one in line for tickets.
Yeah, why is that?
I'm all for this guy, you know? I mean, it's not his beliefs. It's just the fact that we all have so many enemies.
Right.
And why can't we be nice to him, show him what America is really like, and then maybe he won't attack us?
All right, so your thing is to try to play up to the crazy guy, and hopefully he won't be mean to you.
Yeah.
Now, that never works in the schoolyard with a bully. You can never be nice to a bully in the schoolyard because he sees it as weakness. Let's throw it out to everybody. 866-RON-0-FEZ, 866-RON-0-FEZ, because this Iranian problem, Fez, is not going to go away. It was a problem 25 years ago. It's still a problem today. I believe the Republicans see it as a problem. The Democrats see it as a problem. We're probably all, you know, you have two different things. Some people think we should go into the that part of the world and try to clean it up. Other people like to just say, hey, let's separate ourselves from it. We're in America. They're over there. Let them be crazy on their own. But the point is this. I don't think we can go in and clean it up, or we would have been, we'd been doing a lot faster in Iraq. It would take a lot more Americans to get involved than just the people we have in the military today. So your thing is, America needs to try to be nice to these crazy people in hopes that they won't attack us.
I mean, I think we need to put our best foot forward because I think he has more of a problem with the president than he does with America. So I feel if we show him we don't agree with the president, the people who do are a minority, maybe his view of America will change.
Maybe you've heard of the hostage problems. That happened during the Carter years, long before Bush was involved in the government. Here's Casper. Casper, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hey, guys. Hey, Pitchy, great idea. How was it like when we said, just give Austria to Hitler, then he'll be nice to us?
Right. It was the same exact thing where for a long time in this country we tried to stay out of Hitler's business.
I know, but then look at someone like what happened in Afghanistan when we fought with them and then basically we turned them into what they are today. So maybe what we're doing diplomatically is wrong.
That same thing happened with Iraq.
So, and I think you kind of meant that more than the Afghanistan thing, right?
Yeah.
Because they were fighting Russia.
Yeah.
Here is Rob. Rob, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, how you guys doing?
Hey.
Hey, Pitsy, you're a freaking idiot, dude. Why the hell are you gonna let somebody come over here and just say that shit about us? I wish Jerusalem should just blow their friggin' asses off the planet.
Well, Jerusalem is just one town there in Israel. Larry, you're on Ron and Fez.
Last week.
Yeah, buddy, you're on the air.
To let you guys know that in the 50s, America overthrew democratically elected government in Iran, and that's why they hate us. Because they were communists, so we threw in.
And we supported this shop.
Killed tens of thousands of people, and now they hate us. And everyone expects for them to back down. No, if someone came to our country, I would hate them too. So whatever.
So how do we get out of this, Larry? Even if everything that you're saying is true, all this stuff happened a long time ago. How are we able to move on?
Unfortunately, it's going to have to be war, and I'm moving to Europe if that happens, because I ain't fighting for some idiot Bush.
All right, here's Dave. Dave, you're on the Ron and Fez show. Whoops, let me try again. Let me go back to this. Dave, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Yes, Ron, I fully agree. The bully rules the playground. You can't hug people that want to kill you, and we were the bully, and that's why no one's bothered us for so long, and now we're not, and that's why we're going to get hit.
So you think no matter what happens, we've let our guard down, we've become soft, and this is what's going to happen to us now?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Be the bully again.
Here is, let's go over here to Yale. Yale, you're on Ron and Fez.
Oh, hi. I just wanted to say that I think Pitsy's mistaken and that the president of Iran is already involved in the conflict in Iraq. He's providing weapons to Iraqi insurgents that are injuring U.S. soldiers.
Mm-hmm.
And also, he's not just some peaceful kind of guy. He was part of the elite forces in Iran. And, he acts like he's like, oh, I'm just some simple guy. But he definitely has... He was on...
I like the way he dresses. He dresses like a 1970s union leader. He just always... He's like the blue-collar guy. You never see him try to get dressed up for any occasion.
But, he was basically part of the intelligence forces in Iran. And not only that...
Well, you got to figure, you got to be some kind of badass to be able to take over a regime like that, whether it's Iraq, Iran, wherever it happens to be. You've got to be pretty much of a tough guy to be involved.
I mean, you got to understand my point of questioning what the government says now in terms of, look where we led up to with what they said. So how do I know he's supplying weapons? I'm trying to give the guy the benefit of the doubt.
Because he didn't deny it last night on TV.
I did not see the...
on 60 Minutes.
Yeah, I did not see last night's 60 Minutes, but I thank you for calling us. Here is Todd. Todd, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, guys. Tits, I know what he's trying to say. These people over there are inherently trained to hate the West. He is coming in here hating us. Pitchy's point of view is if it's like, well, he doesn't know if he likes us or not. Let the guy in and he can see us. He knows he hates us.
All right, what's the reason that they hate us?
Because we're Westerners, our way of life, our belief system, everything about us, and he hates.
I think it would only be one thing about us, or maybe two. Number one, it's because of this religion thing. Everybody who feels so strongly about their religion feels strongly about other people's religions, and that ties it into our friendship with Israel, and that drives everybody in the Middle East fucking batshit crazy. And literally, they become batshit crazy every time they see us being friends with Israel. There's no way around that.
And it doesn't help that this guy has such a big smile on his face all the time. That shit-ass grin just is annoying as hell.
So you're only now. What's your point with the Fez? At first, you were saying let him go in and speak.
Yeah, I still say let him go in and speak,
no matter what he says.
Yeah, no matter what he says.
Here's cigars and scotch. You're on Ron and Fez. So you're kind of on Pitsy's side with this. Maybe we can be nicer to him.
Yeah. I mean, he's invited to speak at the UN. He's invited to speak at Columbia. I say, let him speak. I'm not saying, stop the protests or anything, but let's hear what the guy has to say. I don't think he should be banned from anything.
Here's cigar and scotch. You're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, man, I think Giuliani had the right idea with Arafat. Just kick him right out.
Boot him, huh? I noticed Bloomberg being very, very quiet during this, where Giuliani would have been really involved in every aspect of him traveling around New York. Hey, Tom, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hey, guys, I got a couple things to say. First of all, I think that this Iranian president is going to twist these college kids around his fingers because he's a very bright guy. He knows how to speak. And I think he's partially American educated, if I'm not mistaken. My second point is that I think the best solution would be an expatriate from Iran with a long scope, take him right out. As unreasonable as it sounds, that would create a civil war in his country. And thirdly, I think someone fed Pitsy that question because he sounded like he was reading it. Is that right?
Pitsy, were you reading?
No, I wasn't reading anything.
Yeah. This is your opinion.
No, yeah, I mean, everybody, we get so worked up about everybody, and why can't we just change our stance for once and let the guy say what he has to say?
That's so naive. I mean, it really is. You want to believe. It's like magical thinking.
But at the same time, what could he possibly say as he's talking with these students? And from what I understand, it's somewhat of a dialogue. It's not just a speech, but people get to ask him questions. But what could he possibly say that's going to turn these students against the United States? Is that what we're worried about? That he's going to say something since he's such a good debater?
I think he's going to appear to be a totally reasonable, rational, intelligent, caring person, and all of these bleeding heart liberal kids, that's what they are when they're in their early 20s and late teens, are going to walk out of there mesmerized saying, we got to give this guy a chance, and that's what he wants.
So your point is to not let any Americans hear anything other than the one point of view that comes from the government, that we cannot trust our young people, even though they're of voting age. Basically, you're saying we can't trust voters. Because they could be fooled.
You can't trust the general public. They're too stupid.
All right, so your way to protect our freedoms is to say we're too stupid to enjoy these freedoms.
Yeah, basically, I think that's it. What I think you really should do is educate the people to the extent that they really go in there knowing where this guy's coming from. They don't know both sides of the argument. They think they're smart, and they're going to outsmart themselves.
But here's the thing.
That's my prediction.
The other side of the argument, as you say, and I don't have any idea, but that can be presented as well every day or different days. But you're saying you don't even trust people to have information. They're too stupid.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm saying.
All right. So your point is not really to have a democracy with open debate. Your point is almost to have the type of government where you just give the people what you think is best for them.
Yeah, kind of like the guy from Iran. You turned it all the way around. I think he's a good guy. You're right, Ronnie.
I don't know, but I think that you kind of seem like you're more comfortable with that type of government.
No, I think that if in this particular macrocosm of what we're looking at, if these college kids had a well-rounded education and it wasn't too liberally biased, and we could have these kids come up and ask the right questions.
But these kids have every opportunity to read the New York Post, watch Fox News. All that information is out there. You're worried that maybe they disagree with your viewpoint.
I'm worried that their minds are malleable enough to take this information and find that it's...
So at what age do you think people are ready to make their own decisions?
Oh, probably 40.
All right, so 40 and up is all that really should vote.
Probably, yeah, 40 and up.
All right, thank you very much, my friend. All right, so that's the major problem that we have now, Fezzi, is that younger people cannot be trusted with information. It's got to come through the government and be the government's point of view. All right, 866-RON-0-FEZ, 866-RON-0-FEZ. Michael, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Yeah, I just wanted to say that, I would think this guy would probably want to buddy up to us as some of our other enemies in that territory. We're probably the only people that keep Israel from just annihilating the region anyway.
Mm-hmm.
I would think that, he probably is over here trying to act friendly and all. They know. I mean, they have to.
Thank you. 866-RON-0-FEZ, 866-RON-0-FEZ. Here is Adam. Adam, you're on the Ron and Fez show. Adam.
Yeah.
Go ahead, buddy.
Hey, buddies.
Yeah.
I'm just calling because I went to Columbia. I just graduated this past May. And the whole purpose of Columbia and Harvard and Yale and all these great schools are to, give kids opportunities to become world leaders. And this is giving them the chance, for this Iranian guy to come over here and play our game with freedom of speech. And I really hope, the president of the college has said he's going to challenge him. The dean said he's going to challenge him. And I just hope that they end up making him look like a fool, because this guy is playing college games, Take a look at me. Look, I'm in their yard, It's kind of almost to embarrass us. So I really hope that, we use our freedom of speech to just nail this guy down.
All right, so you're saying there's no better way for these young people who are setting themselves up, like you said, it's an Ivy League school, to take over the country one day. No better way for them to get this education, to sit down and look eyeball to eyeball with somebody who we don't agree with.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
now, do you feel like they're going to be up to the challenge, or you go back like this other one and say, all you kids are getting is some kind of left-wing rhetoric, and you're not ready. You're not prepared to deal with the reality of the world?
I mean, you can't get much higher than going, having discussion with the president of a country.
But
I also think that, there's a time and place to be mad, and I don't think this is the forum where you should, people should just go in guns blaring. I think they should really just, use their intellect to make this guy look stupid.
And be able to sit there and debate him point for point, not be screaming and acting crazy and yelling stuff out. But, it's a very interesting thing, because you heard it from the other guy. There's almost an not even almost, there is an anti-intellectual thing in this country where you'll see, like, the blowhard always goes out of his way to attack the New York Times and calls them anti-American and pro-terrorist, whatever it happens to be. That there's always a fear of the Ivy League, even though the last election, two people running were both from Yale. The President of the United States went to Yale. Also, John Kerry went to Yale. And we can go on and on with those Ivy League schools. But yet there is a certain segment of the population that despises that.
Yeah, they hate anyone who comes off as intelligent, and then you go back to that other guy where these students are at Columbia, he's calling them too stupid to be able to listen to a speech. It's really trying to have it both ways.
Here is Steve. Steve, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Yeah.
All I have to say is this is wrong, man, because our boys are over there fighting, and they have found tons of weapon caches, and there's troops that are they're training military insurgents to go over and kill our boys. And the worst part is, this guy's security detail and transportation isn't being paid by the university, but by the taxpayers' money.
So the fact that to get him across town, that's your big problem.
I would have no problem if the university was paying for his transportation and his security detail, which is probably going to cost over $100,000. But why should the taxpayers have to pay for this guy to come over here and give his point of view when he's paying for insurgents to make IEDs and blow our boys up and supply weapons? They found tons of caches over in Iraq that have been supplied by this man.
But, we have plenty of history ourselves of supplying Iraq with weapons, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about that. Tons of the AKs and RPG weapons that they're using are there. That's from the whole Soviet-Afghani war. But it's still that we should not be inviting over guys to give... I mean, we have a freedom of speech, but that's for citizens of this country, not for terrorist dictators to come over here who have already been proven what they've done.
But do you think there is anything that he could possibly say that's going to turn around any American or any member of that university?
I don't think there's really anything he's going to say, because most of the people at this university, I'm not trying to come off as a blowhard, but I mean, these are mostly left-wing people. I'm a right-wing guy myself.
Mm-hmm. So you're afraid of the left wing?
No, I'm not afraid of the left wing, but I'm sure the questions that are going to be asked are going to be more in his favor, which I have no problem with.
Yeah.
It's just that I don't.
So in your mind, the left wing supports Iran?
No, they don't support Iran, but they're more towards this, let's stop the war, let's get everyone's view, which I'm totally for. But the problem is a left-wing university, which I'm like, well, that's basically, it's a liberal university, it's East Coast school. Let's be honest here. They're not going to be asking this guy, why do you think the Holocaust didn't happen?
Let me ask you this. Why do you think these higher places of education, where thinking people are, why do you, and East Coast, why do you think of that as liberal? What is in it for them just to be liberal? I'm just curious.
It's the average college kid. I'm in college myself. Right. I'm a sophomore over here in Las Vegas. And it's constant. I mean, we don't really have that many right-wing people coming and talking to us, many people from the GOP or anything like that. Most of the universities pay for New York Times best-selling authors who are liberal writers. They paid for Alan Greenspan to speak. They got John Kerry speaking.
Alan Greenspan, liberal?
Alan Greenspan?
Yeah.
Financially, he's a great guy, but in my opinion, when he said that Clinton was the best Republican president ever...
Well, he didn't say Republican, he said the smartest. He didn't even say the best. And also, he's a registered Republican and said he would probably be supporting a Republican in the next election. But the thing that he said that Clinton was smart is what makes him a liberal.
No, it's not that it's really a liberal. It's just that when he says, he also came out and said that the war in Iraq was strictly just for oil, in his opinion.
Uh-huh. But he is a Republican.
Yeah, I'm not denying that, but he's more of a liberal Republican, just like there's conservative...
So the liberal thing is the bad thing here. That's what we got to watch out for.
No, I'm not saying that at all. But my main point is, I don't think taxpayers should be having to give over the funds to bring over a guy who's already been, he's not just accused, it's been proven that he's paying for military insurgents to kill our troops.
Your main problem is him getting from 34th Street up to 115th Street. The security for that.
It shouldn't be funded by taxpayers.
Thank you very much, my friend.
Thank you.
Take care. Go Rebs. 866-RUN-0-FEZ. 866-RUN-0-FEZ. Are they the running Rebs, Fez, there in Las Vegas?
Yeah, the running Rebs.
That doesn't even sound like good for the rebels. Like running where? Yeah, you're running where? Backwards?
Away.
Yeah. Here is Danny. Danny, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Ronnie, how you doing, bud?
Good, pal. What can we do for you?
From that last call there, you're not trying to say Columbia's a middle-of-the-road kind of school, are you?
No, I'm saying why. What I asked is, why do we see the Ivy League, the more intellectual schools, why are you tying that in from left wing, and what makes them left wing?
Well,
I'm just trying to find out people's opinions.
Oh, okay. Well, I think pretty much I've read a few books. I've got 2 kids in college, and I've studied a lot of these Ivy League schools. They do tend to be a little more leaning to the left. However, they are more open-minded about, certain things that don't involve religion and things like that. I think you can get a more open education there. But what I really want to say is Ahmadinejad there, he's in a safe place. This is a school who, kicked out that crazy-ass militia group that's trying to keep the Mexicans out. You know, that guy, they booed him off the stage. They kicked out the ROTC altogether. They don't even allow college recruiting on the campus for military people. You know, he's in a safe place. He's not going to get hard-hitting questions.
So you're saying that because this guy was on stage and got booed?
No, he wasn't booed. I mean, he was literally shouted off the stage.
Okay. Which sometimes, and I'm not familiar with it, but we've seen that happen sometimes at college campuses. And I always have a problem with that. I'd rather hear what the person has to say. Whether it's particularly, I think when you're interviewing somebody, it's normally your point to try to bring out everything about them, not what you think. It's not between you and them. So if I had somebody on here that was fucking crazy, I'd like to try to get as much craziness out of them as I possibly can. Now, with the people on the show, I think we debate back and forth and we bust each other's balls. But when you bring somebody in from one time, I'm going to agree with you. I never like it for the audience to shout people down. That's like morning fucking television, where you bring the nut on and then everybody in the audience yells, your ass better get to church, and then everybody claps, you better take care of your own, and everybody claps. It's the exact opposite in learning different things. But Danny, we have no idea how this guy is going to be treated at Columbia, and I kind of feel like...
Oh, I don't know about that.
How do we know? I mean, they happened yet.
The student body there has proven to be, very anti-war, very anti-Bush. I think of this guy...
Well, right now, if you look around at your entire country, it would be considered anti-war and anti-Bush. Bush only has a 29% approval rating.
Hey, you know what? You're right. He's only had I don't even approve, but I'm not going to throw food at Ann Coulter if she wants to fucking say something, Ron. What I'm saying is...
Well, Ann Coulter got food thrown at her at Columbia?
I think it was Columbia.
But, I mean, we don't know these things, and now we're saying that this university threw food at Ann Coulter, and I'd never heard the story before. So what I'm saying, Danny, we don't just want to make up a bunch of things. If it happened, it happened.
And, well, to answer a question that was earlier posed, you said something about how do you know some of these colleges are liberal, and I got to be honest, after visiting a few of these colleges my daughters attend and everything, most of these professors, while they are intelligent,
right,
they kind of got Pitsy's attitude, though. It's a real kind of live and let live kind of attitude. They're not real competitive. They have a hard time making a living in the United States, so they resort to teaching. What I'm saying is a lot of these people are smart.
Hold on.
They're liberal because they can't make a living.
Yeah, I didn't say that they're not liberal. I said what would make these people liberal. But you're saying a college professor that's not an honest living, that's not a good way to make a living?
No, it is a way to make a living, but it's not a competitive way to make a living.
You don't feel like it's competitive to go into a college?
Absolutely not. These economics teachers say, or business teachers that tell you how to open a business and run a business, or these...
But don't you have to go for a doctorate or at least a master's to teach in these schools?
Yes, but
that's very competitive.
They do not have it in them to apply it in the real world. They're not those kind of people, Ron.
You don't see teaching young people as the real world?
I do. You're misunderstanding what I'm saying. I say they become professors. Listen, a guy who can tell you how to open a corporation and run a corporation, he could make a lot more money if he actually done it himself.
But maybe that's not the only reason to exist, is just to see how much money you can accumulate. Maybe some people are set up to teach. I would think of it as an honorable profession.
The majority, I do too. The majority of these professors, though, attempted it, failed it, and became a professor.
So you're saying the majority of people teaching at colleges have failed in somewhere else, so now they go on and teach at colleges.
It's more prevalent in law colleges. It's even more with law professors. It's even more so.
All right, so they can't make it as lawyers.
Right.
So they go to an Ivy League school.
And they have a chip on their shoulder
and
that is
teach law.
absolutely visible. Okay, and it usually ends up being, anti-capitalism because they couldn't make it in capitalism. They couldn't make it in a competitive field.
All right.
I mean, this is true, and this is what makes a lot of colleges liberal, and that's just honest. And I'm not coming from a conservative point of view.
No, I can tell that.
Agnostic. Hey, come on, man.
I'm with you. I'm staying with you. I'm letting you rock this thing, Danny.
Hayseed, right?
Yeah.
That's why I listen to you guys, because I'm an ignorant hayseed.
I didn't call you an ignorant hayseed. You got a lot of time here to express yourself.
All I'm saying is I've talked to a lot of these professors, having gone with my daughters and, getting them in their schools and everything. And this is just a conclusion I've come to from talking to them. I don't debate them or put them down. I respect them. I respect what they do. They're teaching my children. Hell, fuck that. I'm paying them to teach my children.
All right, Danny.
All right, bud. Be good.
I appreciate it, my man. Thank you for calling us.
I think a lot of these college professors, they also wear flip-flops in class, and that makes them liberal.
No, I don't get that. What was that joke, Fez?
Oh, that was like, people just think because they're a college professor, they're automatically liberal.
You don't think more professors are liberal more than conservative?
Yeah, but I don't know if it's a huge difference between liberals and conservatives.
All these people are acting like college is this big brainwashing station for conservatives, though. And I'm like, these people have their own opinions. No matter if you learn something from someone, you don't have to agree with it.
First of all, why do most people go to college so that they can make more money when they get out of college? I consider that fairly a capitalistic idea. That when you go, why are you going to the school? I want to make more money. I probably would guess that, that would be right up there with, I want the freedom to have the choices to make after I get out of school.
Well, that's true, because, college is the only point in your education where you can actually say the professor is somewhat full of shit, where you could disagree with him and argue your point. Because if you do that in high school or when you're younger, they're just going to throw you out of the class. But college is the only place where you can do that. So I don't know why they think that their point of conservatism isn't getting across.
Glenn, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, guys, I think what's really going on here is, as Americans, number one, we're told we're the best country in the world. The government and younger teachers, elementary teachers, we're in the best place you could possibly be. And our point of view in the Middle East, what we're told is, we're righteous in the Middle East. And I think what's going on here is, God forbid, somebody from the Middle East kind of give their point of view, and maybe we really shouldn't be over there. Maybe maybe we're not totally righteous, and I think that's more or less what people are afraid to hear.
Well, it is kind of interesting that people just think, I don't know, that if somebody shows up and speaks some of these things, even if they happen to be anti-American, that you could suddenly look on the campuses and just seeing people wearing burqas within a week or two. I find it hard to believe that that's going to happen. But the other point is, you do keep hearing since you're a little kid, this is the greatest country in the world. This is the greatest country in the world, greatest country in the world. Why wouldn't that message hold up for people? I don't see people running off to go live in Iran. But, Fezzi, there's so many times that we don't challenge this stuff. Number one, when they first start to say it to us, we're little kids.
Right.
But people go, if this country is not so great, how come everybody wants to come here, right?
Right. Yeah.
You hear that all the time.
Totally.
How many people live in this country?
300 million?
300 million. How many people are in the world?
2 billion? 3 billion?
Be like 3 billion now,
3 billion.
Right? Mm-hmm. How many people try to get in here? It's not like there's 3 billion people in the world trying not to get here. Yet we just constantly say, well, everybody's trying to get here.
Right.
Everyone's trying to get here. Without ever once going, you know what, it's not necessarily true. A lot of people are very happy, like people are here where they grew up. They're more comfortable with that. They're not all trying to get here. Why do we have to fucking constantly keep saying the same dumb shit over and over? Everyone's trying to get here. Everyone wants to be here. It's not fucking true. Obviously, if you're starving in Mexico, you would hop the fucking river to get a job. Guess what? If the fucking was turned around the other way, you'd be thinking the same thing. How do I feed my fucking family? So you could say there are some Mexicans trying to get into the country. You could also say there's a lot of people who hire that are ready to hire fucking Mexicans.
Oh, yeah.
At a lesser wage. Yet those people don't seem to be under the heat. All right, Pitsy, you surprised me with this because I consider you a right-wing guy.
Yeah, I'm very conservative. But
Yeah.
you know what? There comes a time when after the 7 years of this presidency that you have to try to look at yourself and do you really believe in it anymore? So I wanna believe in something different.
You were a Bush backer all this time.
Yeah, I was.
Both elections.
Yes.
And what switched it up for you?
I mean, there's just so much you can take before you lose confidence in somebody. You know, I mean, all the lies, all the corruption, the scandals. After a while, you can't even take it anymore, and you're embarrassed to say you're in line with him.
Now, apparently, if you were still voting for him in the last election, you were defending him for a long time, right?
Mhm.
With your friends and
Yeah.
people that didn't. And what used to be your defense then?
Well, my defense was very childish, where it would be, well, Gore wouldn't do any better. And now that I look back on it now, that's not a defense at all. It was just because I couldn't build up for him,
Right.
I would throw it to, well, this guy is just as bad as he is. You know, that was my defense. And now that I look back, it's an awful defense for him.
We'll take a break. Ron and Fez Show.
Ronnie B. Fez W. The Ron and Fez Show.
Yeah, it's the Ron and Fez Show. Another unmasked schedule, this time with the legendary David Brenner.
That is coming up October 1st. That's a Monday at 2 p.m., returning to Comics Comedy Club in New York. If you want to be part of the Unmasked Studio audience, email this address, live@xmradio.com. Be sure to put Unmasked in the subject heading. David Brenner, he is going to be playing comics Friday, September 28th, Saturday the 29th. 2 shows each night, 8:30 and 10:45. If you want to make reservations, 212-524-2500.
Hey, Danny, you're on the Ron and Fez Show.
Hi, Ron. I attend Princeton University, and your previous caller stated that professors are failed in their field of business. But one example, my principal and management teacher, who is like the basic course in management, graduated with a PhD from Wharton and worked in Microsoft for 30 years, eventually sitting on the board. Every professor I've ever had has spent at least 20 years in their field of business and are not just successful, but insanely successful. So I don't know where, I mean, if you want someone teaching your kids about business or politics, this is where you want it done. I mean, I don't understand where they think this bias come from or failed in their field of business. I just don't understand that.
You know, it is, it's kind of interesting that we almost have an well, we talked about it before, there's an anti-intellectual thing in this country. And you see it a lot, and it gets repeated over and over. And I just like to know where it comes from. All right, Fezzy, I saw this over the weekend. I thought it was, I guess football is the American sport now. But, HBO Sports, and I don't know which show it is. I think it's the one Bob Costas. But this has come out quite a few times now, is showing how many of the old football players, a lot of the guys that came along before we were kids, but quite a few of the people that played when we were kids, and it's going to happen again now to this future generation, that they end up with all kinds of dementia and stuff from the amount of brain injuries that they had. They showed Earl Campbell, who probably 51, 52 years old, the most physical player that you can imagine at the time, is now a wreck of a gentleman. He looks at least 25, 30 years older. He and Tony Dorsett were side by side, and they're just about the same age. I think Tony Dorsett's even a year older. Tony Dorsett looks like he's about 42. Earl Campbell looks like he's 82. Earl, did you have the opportunity to see this?
Yes, I did.
And the fact that the union and the league itself don't take care of the older guys. To me, this is just a crying shame. What do you think, Earl?
I think it's a disgrace. I mean, these guys, made the league.
Yeah.
I mean, take care of these guys. And a lot of these former players, they did the math on it, and they said it wouldn't be that much. I mean, football's what, $4 billion a year industry?
$4 billion a year, yeah.
It wouldn't cost them that much. I think one figure was if the owners took $1 from every ticket sale just from the ticket sales from a football game, the problem's solved for these former players.
Well, the owners will not do it. And they say, look, we give enough players to the association. The Players Association say we are supposed to take care of the guys that are playing now. That's Gene Upshaw's job. That's what Gene Upshaw is saying.
Right. I don't agree with that. I mean, once you're in the union, I mean, you retire in the union.
Yes,
aren't they providing the pension?
They do for the people on now. As these things get divided up, the guys who play the game now, they are going, well, we're putting our money in for our pension.
Okay.
So that's where they are with this right now.
Well, it just seems ridiculous because I know, like, someone like Earl Campbell isn't asking for a fortune here from the league or the union.
I think that's what they're afraid of. They're afraid of once you open this up, who knows how long it's going to go on.
Right.
So both sides are afraid to say, we'll pick up the tab because they don't know how big the tab's going to be. And they aren't working together. The pro football owners say, we pay out 60% of everything we make to the union. They can do whatever they want with that 60%.
Right.
They can give it to whoever they want.
It just seems to me like, how big of a problem could this be, too? I mean, compared to other unions that can handle things like this, there's got to be a lot less former, NFL football players.
Well, no, but you don't have old baseball players and old basketball players with dementia. These are people that are basically losing their powers to know where they are, to remember things. I mean, it's way different kinds of injuries that happen. Only boxing. Basically, they're punch drunk, like old boxers.
Yeah, so they're going to need like 24-hour care. Some of these guys.
Whatever they happen to be specifically, I don't know each case. But you when you get into Earl Campbell and some of these folks, they need to be taken care of financially. They don't have the money anymore. And, of course, then they need their insurance. And then all these guys have families. So it's not as small a tab as you think. But there's nobody stepping up for them. Some of the stuff is taken care of by the union. But, frankly, it's not enough. And they showed a bunch of the old-timers coming out and hanging out. Earl, who do you think should take care of this? And bring me an Eastside Dave. I want to hear Dave's opinion. He seems to know sports. He's a guy who loves football.
I think it should be a collective thing. The players, first of all, should take care of their own.
Yeah.
First and foremost, the owner should kick in more money.
Their point is this. Their own is them. And that's Gene Upshaw, who played with them. And he's saying you cannot put this on the young guys. They're paying out their money for their stuff and their futures. Why are they being asked? And they are putting in money into a kitty. It's something like, I don't know, $100 million, something crazy. But apparently it's just a drop in the bucket. Where are you on this one?
How about the NFL itself, giving these guys some money? I mean, the NFL, the league, makes hundreds of millions, if not billions of dollars through TV ads and the like.
It's billions.
So then...
It's a $4 billion a year business.
It will be a fucking drop in the bucket to donate money to these guys. That's all. I think it should be the league.
I think it should be the league as well, but I think that the players' union should step up. But I'll take it back even more. All right, so 60% of the fucking money goes back to the players, right?
Right.
Let's look at, and that's a giant league. But then let's go back to the NCAA that also has made tons of money off these fucking players, and they're not paying 60%. If you start to look around at bowl games and all, if you ran a college football team that's selling out just as much as the pro team, you look at a Notre Dame that has all that money coming in, none going out, why aren't they forced to fucking throw in money to people whose fucking lives were damaged as well? There's another place that these guys could be getting money from.
True, but I guess it's because not everyone who plays in college goes on to the pros.
But they use those pro guys. They all played college ball.
Yes, they did.
And their injuries started when they played in that league, a league that's paying fucking zero money back.
Yeah.
Zero. At least the NFL is fucking paying these guys a salary.
Yeah,
where the NCAA gets away with it for nothing. You think it would hurt them to peel a little money off and throw it towards these guys who gave themselves to basically build up a lot of these fucking
schools?
Yeah. No, I was looking at something else. I don't need you to ever throw in school. But I meant the whole fucking program. Turtle wants to give me an update. The only time Earl fucking throws in anything is when I'm going to something else. I'm sorry, Earl, I was changing my line of thought there because I got a spy report from Turtle.
Spy
Hey, buddy.
report.
Yeah.
Spy report.
The president of Colombia, when he introduced the Iranian president, he called him a terrorist and wanted to know if he was going to have the courage to answer the questions presented.
Now, this already happened today?
This just happened during the intro.
This is happening right now. So
this sounds more like a roast.
I'll go back to the guy from Kentucky who was acting like everybody was going to fucking give in. If he's being presented as a terrorist and saying, does he have the courage? I don't know. Personally, I like to hear people talk.
I would like to hear what he has to say. I mean, I think that the Colombian, the kids at Columbia will probably agree with him, about his anti-administration stance. But other than that, he's kind of a right-wing extremist. I wouldn't say that he's.
Yeah, I would have to agree with you there that if you really, at least on religious sides, that would be considered right-wing.
I'm sure he's also against gay marriage and stem cell research.
Yeah, you're true about that.
He doesn't want cloning.
Brad, you're on Ron and Fez.
What's up, buddies?
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to ruin the show. Where are we at here on NCAA?
Anywhere you want to be, brother.
Well, I think the players ought to be the ones to kick in for the old timers because they built the league. They built the league that's paying these guys millions and millions and millions of dollars for being able to run around and play a game that they love.
Oh, I agree with you there. But you could say the same thing about the owners, and then you could say the same thing about everybody who's making money off of this. The people that are making the clothing lines, the people that are selling the shoes, the mouthpieces. At no point should one of these guys be fucking, who's given his fucking brain over this thing. You think at some point all these people could step up. And there's the problem where sooner or later, you need that outside thing. I mean, you wonder why we have government. Because you cannot fucking depend on the private sector to do the right thing.
Mm-hmm.
The right thing just doesn't get done for the right fucking purposes. And I'm talking about the union itself, and I'm talking about the fucking, all the owners. Now, the owners could sit back and say, hey, I wasn't an owner back then when he played. Why am I kicking him money? But to go back to what he just said, you wouldn't even have a league without these guys.
Yeah. And how come the Veterans Committee, why can't they develop their own strong union? That's what I have a question about.
And what are they going to do? What would the veterans be able to do? Well, I mean, how are they going to stop the money?
Right,
that's all you can do is the fucking union. Say, look, we'll stop the fucking flow of work.
Right, we'll hold out.
We're not going to show up at halftime as old men wearing the old jerseys and waving.
No, but you could take a major lawsuit. Why couldn't you have hire a powerful lawyer or two and then sue the league and sue maybe the Players Association?
One of these lawsuits just got thrown out of court.
Here's Corey. You're on Ron and Fez.
Ronnie, what's going on?
Hey.
Hey, I was wondering if you heard about this news report about A-Rod maybe trying to buy the Cubs.
Buy them?
It's what I heard from it. I mean, if I took it the right way, that's how I understood it.
I heard that he might go to the Cubs. I didn't hear he was going to buy.
He might become a free agent after the season, go to the Cubs, and in exchange, they wouldn't pay him $25 million a year, but they'll give him a percentage of the team, so he will be a part owner. He's not going to buy them out.
Right. So he wouldn't be sitting there taking ownership.
Smoking a cigar on third base.
From the It's just looking around going, hey, I want to make sure we're pushing the peanuts. I'm fucking sick. Seriously, I got a warehouse full of peanuts. I don't give a fuck what we got to do, but I want the peanuts out there. It will be interesting to see where A-Rod goes next year, the way he's been treated in New York. I hear the Giants want him, the Cubs, and what fucking team wouldn't want him if you could have him?
I think the matchup, I think he'll either go to the Giants or stay with the Yankees. I don't think he'll go to the Cubs.
At a certain point, I think he wants to win somewhere.
Yeah.
And you're not going to do that in San Francisco.
And they have gotten off his back this year. It only took 53 home runs, winning every game for him.
If you hit 53 home runs, people are going to start to treat you nice. Earl, what's going to happen with A-Rod?
I think he's going to stay here. I mean,
is that because you want him, or?
I think it's the only team that can really give him what he wants. The only team that remotely has that kind of money is Anaheim, the Anaheim Angels, or the Dodgers. And both teams, I don't think
Red Sox. What about the Red Sox? What about the Mets?
Well, the Red Sox, they're trying to dump a $20 million a year salary guy, Manny Ramirez. They try to trade him every single year.
That's because Manny's got that's because Manny's a Martian. It's got nothing to do with Manny not being a great baseball player. I don't think if A-Rod wanted to go to the Red Sox would pay him the money.
No, I just don't think they want to take on another enormous contract.
Hey, HB, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hey, Ronnie. Hey, Fezzy. I was just calling to say that these old-timers that are retired in the NFL don't deserve shit. They were paid millions of dollars to play the game.
Only some of them were paid millions of dollars. A lot of these guys that played in the 70s and even early 80s were making $30,000, $40,000 a year when these injuries took place.
I don't. They should have invested their money wisely.
Where are you going to invest $30,000, my friend? A lot of these guys only play 4 years. You could play 1 year and one of these injuries takes place. I want you to agree upon, okay? The guys that you talk about, now he's gone. I hate when people fucking do that. But when you're saying pro football, if we even said, all right, start and tell me the players that were playing in 79, you would probably run 25, 30 names before you fucking said, I can't come up with any more.
Right.
You know, if you happen to be a huge fan, you might be able to do 50, 60, 70 names. But there are tons of fucking guys that come in and out of that league. Guys that are fucking playing special teams, running at each other as hard as they possibly can. It's a very violent game. Most of the time, the guys getting hurt, career-ending injuries, you don't fucking know them. They're just another uniform out there.
I thought I saw on HBO that the average career span is 3 years.
It used to be 4 years before you would get benefits. I don't know whether it still is, but that you would consider, okay, he's been in the league long enough to get benefits. But they don't have careers like baseball players where you could play later. Normally, and Fez, even you and the Bucks, if you had to come up with the roster of the Bucks over the last 10 years, I bet, and you're a major fan,
right?
I bet you would probably not even get anywhere close to half of the names.
Oh, sure.
Of the people that came in and out of there.
Yeah.
So that's what happens in that league. A lot of guys are marginal players playing as hard as they can. They have some fucking head injury could happen to them. And a lot of this shit doesn't pop up till 20, 30 years down the road. Yeah. Because we don't even understand everything to do with the brain. I mean, it's not like you're going to make these guys better. You're just going to try to maintain their life a little bit.
Well, and that's why they need some money. And it's
a fucked up game when you think about it.
It really is.
It's a violent, ugly, nasty fucking game.
Well, there's not a part of your body that doesn't get can't potentially be crippled for life.
Right.
I mean, in baseball, you have pitchers who sometimes have arm problems, but that's about it. These guys have the back, their spine, their heads.
Well, you see a lot of old baseball players walking bad. I think Jeter looks bad when he fucking runs. He always looks like he's got something, like he's hurting.
He's gimpy.
Yeah, all the time. But you compare that to a fucking football player, it's fucking apples and oranges. And you are looking at brain injuries and you're looking at spinal stuff. And if you've seen what happened with Jim Otto with his joints, it's fucking heartbreaking.
Not to mention all the medicine used in the 70s was a lot of pills and shots that blew up guys' hearts.
Oh, yeah.
And everything. So, I mean, come on.
It's, it's take care of your own. I mean, whether it's the league, the players union, the players themselves, whatever. I mean, it's like an old grandparent thrown out there.
It's like they don't, a lot of people don't take care of their grandparents, Fez.
True.
That's why we have Social Security. I don't know where you're thinking that taking care of your own is the American way. It's what everybody bitches about. It's what everybody fights about. Here is David. You're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Ron, thanks for the call.
I think you called me.
Your point is good, but I want to say I'm unsympathetic for two reasons. One, they made the choice to play a dangerous game, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they did make a lot of money, but let's carry it to the real world. What about the guy who's a shipbuilder dealing with asbestos his whole life and then gets cancer long term?
Yeah, I think you should be taken care of as well.
But they aren't either, so no one's.
Yeah, but I think those corporations fucking owe him the money. And the corporation of the National Football fucking League Association, for everybody who's into this free thing, there's only so many of those guys that own this league. They divide the money up between themselves, whether you happen to be a market number 1 or market number 30. Your fucking business makes the same amount of money. Jesus Christ.
Well, what about the price of fame?
I'm trying to tell you, all these guys are not famous. Very few of them are famous.
But they had a better shot at it than you or I.
So your point is that everybody else should make money except for the players.
No, that's not my point at all. My point is that they knew the stakes going into it. They knew it's a dangerous game. They knew their knee could blow out at any time. They knew, they'd lose a shoulder, a dislocated shoulder, and be out. But they had a chance, more than you or I, to go out there on a national field and play America's game.
I'm not sure if guys knew that in their 80s they'd be crippled for something they were doing in their late 20s. I'm not sure if they knew that.
And a shipbuilder.
What's that?
I hate to go back to this point, but neither did a shipbuilder dealing with asbestos.
Yes, the shipbuilders should be fucking taken care of by the corporation. I agree.
Not. Ronnie, you kidding me? They're not.
I am fucking... Yeah, you turn around and look at any of the guys who got asbestos... There's only two places that they're going to get the money to fucking take care of, right? And that's either the corporation or the government. There's no fucking outside guys that are going to be able to do this on their own. I would love to, because I don't know where the healthcare business works, but I know everybody, or a large part of the country is against national healthcare. There are a lot of people going, no, everybody needs to take care of their own. I don't want to share doctors. But let's say Dave doesn't have health care. And you didn't up until you started to work for us, right?
Correct.
Your whole life, you never had. After you were off your dad's policy,
right.
You were on your own. All right, so let's suppose he's driving down the road on his motorcycle, fucking lays out, blah, blah, blah. He's fucking on the street, all fucked up. You take him to a hospital, right?
Yep.
Okay, but you take Dave to the hospital. He is not going to be able to pay his bill. Everyone fucking knows this. And yet he's taken in, right? Because we can't throw him back out in the street for not having it. Let's say his bill runs $500,000. Well, look at the motherfucker. He ain't going to be able to pay it off, right? Who gets stuck with that bill? That's what I don't understand. Because you're not going to be able to get the money out of him.
Right.
You can't turn him away. You have to fucking take care of him.
True.
So who pays?
The insurance company?
There is no insurance company.
I don't have insurance.
Right. Yeah, right.
I don't have insurance. I guess it would be the American public.
Yeah.
You're trying to guess now, but nobody knows here.
I have no idea.
So I need somebody that's able to answer that question.
Well, it's a confusing question.
That would be no, it isn't. It's fucking, it happens every day.
Yeah, I know.
If you take a kid, the kid has a high fever into the fucking hospital. Who's your insurance? We have no insurance. All right, fuck it. Come on in. We can't turn a fucking kid away with rheumatic fever. It's expensive to take care of. Finally, we've gotten it back. You start to send these bills to this fucking family, this minimum wage family. Well, I'm sorry, we don't have it. You know?
Yeah.
You can't fucking, throw them in a work farm anymore.
Right.
The bill is not going to get paid. What happens to it? Is the hospital, is that why it's $5 a fucking aspirin for the people who do have? That's what I'm asking.
Yeah, like the hospital makes it up on insured customers.
Yeah, slapping the shit out of the insured customers.
Right.
Where you're paying $5 for a Tylenol. Because at some point, something has to fucking happen. You know, if the hospital's eating that money,
well,
the money's got to come from somewhere.
Yeah. In Canada, you know, they don't have to spend any money if they go into the hospital.
We're not in Canada, so that's a whole different thing, Michael Moore. I'm asking about the United States of America.
I don't know what happens.
Yeah, you came up with Canada should pay. Fez says the insurance companies, even though I said the guy isn't insured. Earl, do you know anything about this at all? You've been in the hospital more than anyone I know.
Yeah, I mean, well, the first thing they always ask you is if you're insured, and then if they give you a status if you can't pay it. I forgot the term.
Yeah, okay, pay us what you can. Well, let's fucking face it. A motherfucker ain't going to be able to put a dent into it. I don't care if he's sending you $20 a month. He's got a $500,000 bill. It ain't fucking happening. And you can run up those fucking bills.
Yeah, I was in the hospital for 5 days. I think it was $25,000.
And that's all because you refused to eat food. That they said you got to stop with the ginger ale and crackers. He refused to eat so bad that his stomach lining started to eat itself.
Yeah, but I mean, I basically bled out, and that was just not even 5 days, it was 4.5, and it was up
Danny's going to explain to me, not the fact that you're bleeding out because you refused to eat. Danny, how are you, buddy?
Good. Hey, I'm a sales rep for a large medical insurance company in Chicago. And how it works is if you can't, obviously deny coverage to an emergency. If they have no insurance, the hospital has to eat that. At the end of the year, all that money that they had to pay out then basically gets put into charges for the next year. So everything's going to be a little bit more expensive. And for the people who have insurance, the insurance company gets hit with that. Then everyone's premiums go up. So it's just a vicious cycle.
So basically, we're all paying anyway.
Yeah.
We're all paying. We're just acting like we're not paying.
Right. We had to pay for Dave's accident.
Right.
Thanks a lot, Dave. Jerk off.
He didn't know. He thought he was doing a good job.
You guys did pay for my thing at Bonnaroo when I ingested carbon dioxide and passed out.
Why can't you just smoke pot like everybody else? Why you got your mouth on a tailpipe?
Well, it wasn't intentional, and I was not able to afford the hospital bill.
Yeah,
and I think they're still after me for that.
Sure.
So I'm not...
But they can't fuck up your credit. That's one of the things.
That's what I was told.
If it's a hospital bill, that doesn't get in the way of your credit. So we act like all this shit doesn't happen.
Yeah.
And let's face it. How much money do you owe?
I owe $800.
Yeah, we're not going to get that. That's $800 that's lost. All because you don't know where to put your fucking tent right next to a truck, right?
I put my tent next to an RV, and it was so hot that they kept the RV on for the air conditioning.
Yeah.
But because it was on, all the carbon dioxide, dioxide came out of the exhaust pipe and went right into my tent.
You know what it sounds like to me, Red? You had a lawsuit against some motherfuckers.
I should have.
Yeah. You probably shouldn't be able to do that at a campground. Motherfuckers are trying to sleep. Redheaded bastards are drunk, laying down right next to it. You didn't smell this?
No, because I thought the next day my tent smells a little bit like gasoline, but I had no idea.
And you had a headache that almost killed you.
It was worse than 50 tequila hangovers combined. And so I thought, man, I just must have fucking drank way too much. But then I'm like, I just had Budweiser. Like, why would I feel like this? This is beyond bizarre.
Well, I feel like you're a doctor trying to get something dumb out of you. I think I drank a lot.
Yeah.
I'm trying to treat you for that. In the meantime, you got your mouth on the tailpipe, and you go off to sleep.
And so they brought me to the tents, and then they brought me to the hospital because they put so much fluid into my system and nothing was getting cured. And at the hospital, they realized I had carbon dioxide poisoning.
What did they deal with? How'd they help you?
They just kept me on an IV of some sort of medicine. I don't even remember what it was called. But the guy said that anything 7.0, like I guess 7% of carbon dioxide in your system can kill you, and I had an 8.2. So I could have fucking been dead. I should have been dead. And it was like, wow, that's amazing.
What a stupid way to die.
In a tent.
I know. And going out, having only seen like David Byrne and who I love, but you know, I missed Bob Dylan because I was too fucking sick. It was depressing.
Well, you know what? You can listen to him right here on XM. Maybe he'll dedicate one of his theme hours to you. Just carbon monoxide hour. MJ, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey guys, just wanted to let you know that there are several ways that the hospitals are compensated for their medical losses for patients who do not have medical insurance. The first and foremost way that they are compensated is all patients who do not have medical insurance are required to apply for medical assistance.
So back to the government again.
Exactly.
All right, so we say we don't want this national health care, but we are paying some kind of a national health care, right?
Absolutely.
I mean, we have it in some system, whether we're calling it that or not. Because we can't turn around... A hospital can't turn away somebody who's sick, correct?
Right. Correct.
Yeah. And then people don't have the money, so either the government pays, it's written off, and the insurance company pays.
So what we should do is none of us should pay anymore. And then the hospital would take the bill, and I guess the American government would take the bill. But if none of us paid...
Well, if you have insurance, you have the insurance pay. That's where you want to be.
Yeah,
that's the place you want to be in.
But I mean, I don't even want to pay that $25 cosign anymore.
I know you don't. You know why? Because you don't pay any of your bills. That's why you don't have a MasterCard. All right, thank you. So, MJ, a lot of this just comes down to the welfare department is paying the hospitals directly.
Right, which in the end means that the taxpayer is paying for it.
Right. All right, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Yeah, you got to think the government steps in somewhere, or none of these hospitals could stay open year to year.
Here's Eric. Eric, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hey, guys. I don't understand why so many people in this country, especially middle class, are so willing to defend big corporations and the health companies, pharmaceutical companies, when they do nothing but rob from us. And the neoconservatives that have been running the country the last 6 years let them get away with highway robbery. I mean,
I don't know. Do you see any Democrats stepping up? Do you see Hillary Clinton?
No, you're right. There's not enough political will yet. I think the tide is changing. Like, for example, somebody like my stepdad who insists on voting for these neocons and Republicans because of reasons such as, God forbid we let gay people get married, Meanwhile, the company he works for slashes his salary by 50% and loses his pension, and a lot of his other coworkers get laid off, and his CEO gets a $50 million bonus package because the stock price goes up 20%. It's the rob. It used to be just poor people just got screwed in this country. Now the middle class are getting screwed.
Well, I think the middle class have always been screwed, and they're fucking, let me tell you something, my friend. You walk down that midway, you're going to fucking be taken advantage of. That's the whole thing.
Yeah.
Carnies and rubes. Carnies and rubes. All right, Ron from San Antonio said the hospital also gets to write off what is not paid. They take it as a tax break. So, again, guess who's paying for that tax break?
We are.
Davey Mack and his family. So for your $800 that you feel like you walked out on, the fact that you're paying like 45% in taxes fucking makes up for that.
So now Daddy and Mommy can't go to Ireland for the third time this year.
Yeah.
So what?
By the way, I hope I never hear the word neocon or liberal for the rest of my life. I would just like to fucking see people talking like human beings. That's a fucking dream I have. That and 3 chicks at the same time. I don't know why, but I find that third chick so elusive.
The second dream's awesome.
Yeah, and I know I can't handle 3. That's the honest thing, is I think that any man is probably too much for 1 chick, but I don't think enough for 2 chicks. That's why they really have to be involved a lot themselves. They really do have to say, I want some responsibility. I want to give the third of the pleasure giving.
I mean, if there were 3 chicks, though, you could pair a couple of them off.
Tell me about it. I'll show you the fucking painting I've already done before you start sketching that out. I've got the full painting done.
Well, I'm thinking that...
Or Fezzy and his cat. What's your cat's name again?
Well,
Skippy?
Skippy is the name it came with. I don't like that name.
That's a nice name for a girl, Skippy.
Yeah, what the fuck?
I know.
Now, where exactly is Island Cats, where you got this cat from?
It's these couple of ladies on Roosevelt Island where I live, and they have foster homes
Where's the cat? Where is this foster home located? Where did you go and meet these people?
Oh, they just used a spare room where the Boy Scouts meet. That's where they had their catathon. They don't have an actual official headquarters, just their apartments.
This is like fucking getting lemonade at a stand. Nothing makes sense about this whole thing.
Wait a second. There's no island cats. There's two old women
who call themselves island cats.
Yes, that's their organization.
No. But they have no place.
No, they don't have an official office.
Right.
There's no island cats. It's two crazy old cat ladies and now a third who they gave the cat to.
They have a website.
And that's why this thing hasn't been spayed. Is it spayed or neutered if it's a girl?
It's spayed.
Yeah, okay.
Neutered is for girls.
Because I know nothing.
Girls get spayed.
Yeah, well, they will if they want to date me. Because I'm not fucking paying for it. Unless they want to do some anal.
Island Cats probably shares the same offices as Steve Martin in The Spanish Prisoner.
Oh, yeah.
Just a nebulous. No, we're a real corporation.
That's a good movie, man. I don't care.
I love that movie. Well, David Mamet.
David Mamet.
And directed.
And wrote.
Yeah.
Wrote and directed. I don't care for his direction, but I do like his writing.
Okay. But
you ever went and seen any of his plays?
No, I really want to.
They're fucking unbelievable.
They don't do like Glengarry anymore, right?
Yeah, they do.
Oh, they still do?
They did it a couple years ago. And then I saw, is it American Buffalo?
Yeah.
I saw that at this little church downtown. Macy was in it. William Macy.
Oh.
And the old guy from P.T. Anderson's things. The guy who played...
Philip Baker Hall?
Thank you.
That's it.
Philip Baker Hall.
Yeah, that guy's great.
Yeah, he's amazing, too. So, I mean, I'm not a big Broadway guy, but a fucking small play in those rooms can be unbelievable. You really should go see a real play sometime.
I want to. I got tickets one time for the Kevin Spacey was on Broadway.
Doing what?
I got... Jesus, what was it called? It had the ice in it or something? The ice...
Iceman at Plymouth?
Yeah.
Yeah, Jack Lemmon was in that with him.
Yeah, and
Did you see it?
I got not pneumonia, but I got really bad
Carbon
flu.
monoxide poisoning.
He slept in a tent outside the theater.
I'll tell you the truth. I like smaller theaters even more than the big Broadway ones.
I could see that.
When you go to a Broadway theater, it's like, 1,000 people, whatever. These other theaters, there could be like 50. You're fucking in there and it's you and fucking,
There's something weird about the theater, whereas if you have real close seats, I actually get a little bit embarrassed to look at the actors. Like, if I sit second row in the movies, I'm into it, but then I'm like...
If you sit second row in the movie, you came really late.
But when I'm in front of the actual actors, because this has happened with the Monty Python thing, it seemed like they were looking at me, and I got really shy, because it...
Well, I feel the same way about these improv groups.
Right.
That I can't... I feel like you're making a dick out of yourself. You're sitting there on a chair and acting like it's a car, and I'm like, at some point, you're fucking pretend playing that. You know what I mean? I like a guy in a microphone telling jokes.
Right, we used to do that when we were 8.
Yeah.
Sit in a box.
Well, you did it when you were 18.
Well, that happened too.
And didn't you act like your own cousin was your girlfriend? For real?
What's that?
Your own first cousin was your girlfriend?
Yeah. I had a first cousin who I kissed.
What age?
What? I'm not going to say. I was like 13, 14 years old.
That's way too old for that.
Yeah, you should know better.
I could see if you're like 7 or 8. But if you're throwing a teen on there and you're making out with your cousin, you're a fucking hillbilly. You really are.
It was good practice. I didn't really get my first kiss till like I was about 18 or so.
Non-family?
Yeah. That was a shame. I didn't get laid at prom or anything.
Really? So you left high school virgin?
Yes.
Did you, Earl?
Yes, I did.
Wow. Fez, I know better.
But 19, Mr. B, freshman year of college. Boom.
Let me check with Lily. Lily, I'm going to take her... I'm going to take her as a little younger. I think she was a slow starter with her boy body.
I was, actually.
Boy body, right? I bet you had a late period.
I did.
Yeah.
I didn't get in until I was in 9th grade.
Wow.
And that's when I got my boobs and my womanly curves.
I don't know if you got those yet. But,
I
so you left high school virgin also?
Yes, I did, yeah.
Wow.
I've lost my virginity at almost 21.
Wow.
I know. People think that I was probably like 14, 15.
I would have.
Because I'm so good at it.
No, I never would have thought that about her. Because she's the Muslim thing. And I see the way she is with her cousin, and they're very protective, family business. So there's uncles and all can keep an eye on her.
Yep.
You could keep you busy. You weren't going out, hanging out with your friends at night. You were working in the restaurant.
Exactly, yep.
Yeah, it always happens that way.
And she looks like a good girl. You know, like I think that we know other people who I would think, you know, a Winnie Cooper or something like that. You could say, okay,
yeah, but
she probably
Vinnie
lost.
Cooper also a strict family, a nice family. I bet. No, she didn't. She even told me she was pretty crazy in high school.
Yeah, I have a feeling like
Sick.
she was pretty young.
She is everybody but you. Everybody with her but you, the one who fell in love with her. Yeah. She said you were so hideous that she couldn't imagine. And then she said she got attracted to you when Casey liked you. And I think that happens with chicks all the time.
That did happen. And it's a shame. I wanted to bang her a couple times. Not anymore.
Why?
Like I'm married.
To the Queen of Mean?
What about during your 14 days off?
Oh, no.
You don't want to give that a try?
Nah. That's all right. I'm going to spank like the Dickens, though. What I decided was I'm going to see if I can beat my old record 11 times in one day.
It's 11 times coming?
11 times jizz.
You're lucky you didn't die.
Swear to God, to Jesus, that I came 11 times. By the last time, it was like a tiny little drop of jizz, but it counted. It counted.
Can you stop now?
Okay.
We're talking with Lily. We're actually talking about a chick, about her sexual thing. You come running in with a fucking pimple with feet and just sitting here talking about yourself in your disgusting manner. Lily, did you work it out where Jonathan can go over and stay at Dave's house?
No, that hasn't been discussed.
You're too nervous for that?
I would not like that, no. I guess, yes, I am
You're
very nervous
very
about
possessive of this Jonathan, huh?
it.
This is the real deal for you.
Yeah, I mean,
I wouldn't mind having another radio wedding. I would love that.
No weddings.
It's got to be done at your dad's restaurant?
No, it's going to be done in front of nobody.
Have you used the L word with Jonathan yet?
No. Like?
No.
Oh.
Loser.
Love? Oh.
Lost Casey.
No, not yet.
How come he and Casey aren't together anymore? Did you ever ask him?
I did.
Yeah, what do you say?
They grew apart.
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
Whose decision was it, though?
I think hers. I think it was her decision.
So he still has a little love in his heart.
I hope not.
She's fantastic. I don't think you ever fall out of love. That's my theory. I think you always, once you're in love, you always have some amount of love for that person.
I agree with that, but you also do have to move on. I think you will always love somebody, but being in love with them, that goes away, I think.
Yeah, you might be right about that, but then if you're a guy, you always want that one last time,
Right.
What I like to call is the senior game, where you come back and it's like an old timer's day. Let's see if we still got it,
Well, I did that with my first.
You like to go back to him.
I
You
did,
went to a lot.
I went to him a lot.
Did you notice that you were improving as you went back?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And he even told me. So he was always the one, like, after every relationship ended, I would go back to him, and he's like, wow, you've really grown. And I'm like, yeah.
That's why the thing of the Muslims, where you guys have, once you commit the terrorist act, you get all the virgins in heaven. Virgins, I don't know why it's so highly placed, because it's very rarely good sex with a virgin.
Yeah, first time sucks.
Terrible,
Yeah,
most of the time, yeah.
Absolutely. I don't know why guys like doing virgins. It's weird.
I don't.
You like them broken in a little bit?
Yeah, my ex was a virgin, and it was it was horrifying. It was bloody, and it was just way too tight. Not that I'm very large, but
it was like fucking running a credit card through there.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, and so it was very uncomfortable experience.
Yeah.
I think that some guys prefer virgins because they always say that they can train them a certain way and make them better or stuff like that. I don't get that.
That's their own insecurity, though. That's the insecurity of, I can't know that she's had someone. Men are so fucked up.
Yeah.
Men literally, they should be banned from the website and then have their computers taken away. That's what should happen with men. Men are fucking sick, demented, fucking ridiculous people.
Yes, they are.
Women are worse, but men are still terrible. And Dave, you got no problem hearing Casey's old stories, right?
No, No, I got no problem.
You love them. Some of them are a
Yeah.
little bit of a turn on to hear.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. Yeah, I like to imagine the scenarios going on in my head. Sometimes even while we're being romantic.
Give me one. Yeah, exactly. Give me one of the wild ones. Give me one of the wild. Give me one. No, get one of the ones that works for you.
No.
Tell us a story.
One that you're like, this turns me on. When you
Just,
hear about it.
Oh, come on
Here's
here.
a quick one.
I don't even know what to say.
Just give me a quick one. 'Cause
No.
we're almost at the end of the show.
There was banging and that's really it. I mean, it was on a bed, and everything. I just, sometimes think.
But what is it turns you on about that one?
Um,
Just the way she describes what happened?
Yeah, she's good. She's really has a fantastic imagination.
So while you're doing it, she'll tell you one of the old stories.
Yeah.
'Cause I don't think that's so odd.
Yeah.
It happens all the time.
Or, like if there's spanking, like if I'm spanking. And I can't
You'll
even.
think about her with another guy?
No, I maybe popped in occasionally.
Okay, I mean, that's, no.
But
it's not as bizarre as you think.
But then,
will she talk
But
you through your
there's got to be one story that you go back to that she told you. Like maybe she was,
Yeah, no, I mean, they're real.
Some kind of a taboo thing, maybe.
Yeah, like in Europe or something like that.
Something she did in Europe, like
drifting
she just,
around, yeah.
Yeah, she's drifting around, so she meets a guy.
Yeah, like something.
And like at first she's like, no,
No, I'm not gonna
I
do
don't
that.
want to.
Right.
And then she gave
but now
in.
I'll do it. Yeah.
Yeah, now she gave in.
Hey, what the hell? I'm in Europe.
Yeah.
But let me just say this. She's one hell of a woman, and she's very classy, so that's enough of that there.
No, I understand completely.
Right.
We're bringing this up for the case of like what Lily is.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. So anyway, yeah, it's always good.
Mm-hmm. Lily, now would that turn you on if you heard some of
hearing old stories?
Yeah.
It doesn't turn me on, no, but I do want to know old stories. It's like a weird.
So you know a lot about Jonathan and Casey. You know probably more about Casey than Dave does.
I don't know if I know more.
But you know quite a bit.
I know.
But you'll ask.
Where did
I do
what
ask,
happened the first time? What happened? Where? What places?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Wait, we might. Can you tell me? Well, after.
Tell him one. A quick one.
Oh,
very
in the
careful.
car?
Okay.
All right. What car?
I don't know. A car? Hers,
Why?
maybe?
Why in a car?
I don't know. You'd have to ask her.
Well, I've done it, as the kids say,
It's not
in a car.
it's not a competition.
Okay.
We're not saying it's a competition. You know what I always think is turn on? Women making gigantic amounts of chicken soup. There's just something to know that the
So
care,
comforting.
the care that they will put into the carrots and the chicken and the big pot. It's just very exciting.
Always eating.
Well, Fezzi, are you worried about Skippy, hearing some of Skippy's old stories? By the way, I got an email about this, Fez, saying about the fact that Skippy's hiding from you.
Uh-huh.
That is always going to be ingrained because Skippy was raised to hide from humans.
Oh.
Being stray at the kitten time,
right,
where you would normally become bonding, you've done without this. And it's basically like you've adopted an abused teenager. So you'll be making up for a lot of the sadness that goes on.
I'll just have to force it to hug me.
Are you going to, and then it'll be pulling away and scratching at you. Are you going to bring Skippy to work one day?
I can bring Skippy in, sure.
Yeah. And then the rest of us will be mean.
But, I mean, Skippy will probably take off and I'll never find Skippy again. The way she hides in my apartment is bad enough.
Skippy! Skippy! Did you get a little cat collar for her?
No, I didn't get a cat collar for her.
You got to do that, huh? You got to make sure she gets her dip tat. You got to do that. What if you get hit by a truck? We'll pull up our twister.
That's a good
Raising
point.
Arizona.
And scene. Thank you very much. It's exhausting. It's exhausting to be Dame Bennington and just being able to do all these scenes. All right, so there we have it. Fezzi's got a cat. Dave found out an exciting story about his wife from Lily. Earl is still Mr. Perfect. Woo! And I believe in you, Earl Douglas.
You always did from day one.
Seriously, I believe in your powers. You're the best producer this show's ever had. And I hope you're with us for a million years. A million years. Hey, David Brenner on the next Unmasked. Make sure you can go.
That's going to be Monday, October 1st at 2 p.m. in New York City at Comics Comedy Club. Email live at xmradio.com and be sure to put Unmasked in the subject heading to be part of the studio audience for David Brenner.
Now, and make sure you get on that mailing list because David Brenner, a legend. But if I told you the next one they have lined up, blow you away.
Really?
So get part of that mailing list. At least I know that you said you won't have anything to do with it anymore.
No, I'm out.
You'll just be prepping?
Yeah.
Wow. It's very hopeful. Maybe at least let Mikey Boy know. Maybe he can get them with that. Our staff fights with XM very badly. Very bad.
Quite a bit.
Our staff doesn't feel part of XM. And then I didn't even hear back from Wiki. I guess he's taking one of his 3-day weekends.
Probably.
He's got a good job. All right, anything else to plug, Fezzy, before we go?
Just check out Dear Ron and Fez Show. That's the blog on ronfez.net from Kathleen from the Bronx. And
I like to read the funny comment page. The funny comment page.
And Rexstar, don't even bother commenting today. You're not funny. You don't add anything to it. Go get your own blog. Leave Kathleen's alone.
You know what I like? You're keeping an eye on Sheepy. You're keeping an eye on Kathleen. You're keeping an eye on Skippy.
Yeah.
You have become maternal figure over the weekend.
That's my 3.
You never had that since you got Skippy. Skippy.
Terrible for a girl.
From 2 old ladies
who call themselves.
Who use the Boy Scout room.